playing Faxpiration time.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
I
Happy
didn't know if
future
it would
Father's
be
Day to Nathan.
weird to like kind of tell all the youngsters on the server that I have a weird parasocial relationship with them, in so much as I kind of think of them as like my extended family of children, but I felt like that would be kind of creepy.
No, I don't think so.
You're my favorite dungeon daddy, Crash.
Yeah.
Oh,
right,
thanks,
exactly.
thanks. Okay.
Same.
Okay. My kind of adopted son, who was the DM for Acquisition Incorporated, he has his own son now, and he sent me a Father's Day message that kind of was nice. So it's, I don't know.
It's pretty awesome.
I don't usually give into all that emotional stuff, but the end of Prime has really tipped my emotions over. Like the shelf where I keep them high up was knocked down. So then book club made me read this book about, you know, two gay robots and they love each other, and I'm just, oh my god.
One of them's a robot, one of them's a plant.
Listen, spoilers.
Oh my goodness.
Spoilers, darling.
Yeah, but I only cried once real hard during the book, so you know it's fine. So tonight, tonight, it's Father's Day, and I think that this group, I mean, we couldn't do anything fun with Curse of Strahd because that's against the rules. But this group, I thought about dadspiration. So anytime you make a dad joke,
oh yes,
you get a D10 dadspiration. And there's just no limit to how many you can accrue. There's just no limit.
Hey, Crash. I don't think that's a good idea, considering all of these guys make the worst dad jokes every single time.
You have a weird accent there. You have a weird accent there. Like you mean good dad jokes.
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. All right.
Well, and Andronicus, of course, starts with a inspiration because he is a dad. So,
but no one knows that. Like, I guess they kind of know that.
I pretend Siegel is my little hairy baby.
A lot of people do that. So, all
right. We're going to Praxis today, right?
I mean, we could if you want to make it a Father's Day special.
I mean, thematically, we have to, right?
Just to say Happy Father's Day, and then
we're gonna bust open Lutheria's scythe real quick, and then we're gonna go to Praxis.
Speed run it. All right. So today's question is: which other player character does your character find themselves having the most in common with, and the least? All right. So that's today's question. Would anybody, for a point of DM inspiration, like to sum up what happened last week? If you are interested, go ahead and throw a d20 into chat. Otherwise, I'll do my best to mumble it out through this Oragel that I have siphoning into my gum line. All right. I'll give you a goddamn recap. All right. Let's see.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
What, you got one?
What?
Oh, all right. Thanks. But my pain sensors appreciate this. Go for it, Maya. What happened?
Okay, previously on Mythic Odyssey, we finished our negotiations with the Spring Wind. We were able to establish a connection, or at least an audience with Hexia. At least an audience where we don't instantly get, attacked as soon as we show up there on the Isle of Dragon.
I believe the praise was treated as honored guests.
Mm-hmm. So just not instantly attacked. So after that, we also had a discussion about had a heart talk with Crusher about his brother Smasher. We just we told Crusher had some misgivings about bringing his pirate brother along on our heroic journey. I told Crusher that as long as you believe that he's family and you want him to be there, he's welcome aboard. There was still some misgivings, but it turns out that Crusher and Smasher decided to come along with us on our Odyssey. The Spring Wind decided to give me a parting words of wisdom, which I now have. So we went our separate ways and made our way to the Scorpion Island. When we got there, we decided to, as soon as we get there, to make our way towards the Western Centaur tribe, just to get a recap of how the island has been since the curse has been lifted. We met up with them and spoke to the leader. They explained to us that the previously scorpion transformed centaurs have returned. Some were completely lost, while others were able to be rescued and brought back into the tribes. But there happened to be another set of centaurs that are still under the effects, or mildly under the effects of the transformation, or still reeling from the effects of the transformation. Their minds aren't all there. Since they haven't vocalized so long, they're having trouble communicating, and there seems to be an underlying rage and build up in them. When we had a conversation with the West Tribe about going to these new centaurs and trying to become kind of a medium between them and figure out what's going on, they told us that eventually that they did have a run-in with supposedly their leaders, a large, very huge red centaur. He told us that when they first met, they were attacked, and but they were not killed outright, and eventually they end up, once that red centaur commanded them, the rest of the centaurs that attacked left, disappearing into the desert. So with that information, and with some help from a few other Western tribe centaurs, we went to go search out these returned centaurs. So we went out to the desert. We ran into a group of them. They seemed to be scouting. Through some diplomacy, we were able to convince them to guide us to their leader, the Red Centaur. Which we did. We went, and then we met the leader. He explained to us that that with him returning, he was wondering what has changed in the world. He was very out of time, I guess, and he seemed to have a extreme underlying rage towards the godly figures of the world. He seemed to hate all forms of gods. And then from what we can gather, this person has been like this since even before the Fives, before Lutheria and Sidon took over the power from their siblings. He remembered all the Titans and how they were, and his hatred for them is still there. He seems to have a bit of a his hatred didn't seem to extend towards the Lotus Witch. It seems to be more fear from there, and I can assume why, with the fact that he's been entrapped inside this scorpion form for so long because of her. But we, through some talkings and diplomacy and just understanding of each other, we came to an agreement that they were looking for an outlet for their aggression. They're looking for battle, and with us getting ready for the Pact of Peace to end, and a need to probably storm Praxis and stop Sidon's war, they agreed to help us in order to attack the godly figures that they hate so much. And in return, we were going to give them the ability to actually leave the island. Right now, they believe they have the strength, they have the will, but they don't have the opportunity because they're landlocked on the island. So we, after coming to an agreement. We sat down and stayed over the night. We learned that they apparently eat their dead, or eat the centaurs that are too weak. Most of us decided not to partake, but I think we at least were able to come to somewhat of an understanding between them and the Western tribe. They have decided that they're not going to attack any other centaurs, and that they're going to, but everybody else on the island is fair game, and that they are going to wait for us to bring ships for them to go and attack Sidon. And I think from there, after we rested that night, we went back to the Western tribes and informed them about everything that we have found out, meeting the king of the previously Scorpion Centaurs, King Scorpius. I believe that's where we left off after returning to the Western tribes.
I think actually you went to the.
We were planning to go. Oh yeah, we went to the Leonids.
The Leonids, and then you were meeting with their leader when we.
Yeah, we were about to meet with the leader where we ended. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not Johnny.
Yeah, not Johnny.
Yeah, not John. Yeah, not Johnny.
Okay, fair enough. Would you like DM inspiration or would you like a faxpiration?
DM inspiration.
All right. Would anybody like to answer this faxpiration question, which is which other player character does your character find themselves having the most in common with and the least? Okay. Andronicos with a 9. Going once. Going twice. Oh! We got a roll off on our hands. Unless somebody wants to beat a 9. Going once. Going twice.
It's a pretty high roll. I can see why you'd be intimidated.
Alright. The others can't stand up to those 9s, so give me a roll off. Julian and Andronicos. Julian. You set out by 1. Alright. Julian, answer the question.
Well, I think we've sort of had a similar question before. No, it's who we admire the most, perhaps. But, no, I think from where I am now, having been through our journeys, I would say that I have the most in common with Andronicos and also the least common in terms of Andronicos and I are, I feel, more aligned in terms of, right or wrong now and certain, moral drivers. But I very much enjoy my life as a bachelor, while Andronicos is still trying to get back to that family life. He was, a prince, came from wealth, and I had to sort of make my own way. So I think there are a lot of similarities between us, but also some differences. But I still consider him a friend.
Okay. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously on your journey.
I would ask this of Lutheria.
Of Lutheria? Oh, wow. Okay. That's okay. Let's see if I could, which other player character does your character find themselves having the most in common with and the least? Wow. Alright. She's going to be more honest on this question than I think she would be if she were answering the question. Because
it's all meta knowledge, baby. We can't use it.
Objectively, she has the most in common with Sibo.
Really?
The wild card.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. The father issues.
We're both afraid of our dads.
Yeah. A lot of parental issues. Inappropriate sense of humor. Great hair. Amazing.
Endowed.
Yeah, amazing tits. Yep. Here we go. In case everybody forgot. Yep.
Weird relationship with our siblings.
Yeah. Wait. Is that new?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Is it weird in Noriande though? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, generally in them grimdark settings, like they're just desperate for anybody to have kids so that the human race doesn't get completely wiped out. So
Yeah, I'm still mad at my parents for not having a sister.
yeah. So, wow.
Sounds like cursed foreshadowing.
So the thing that the person that she has the least, the person she has the least in common with is probably, probably Oren. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. Oren's gone through a lot of changes. No, yeah, man. The one she has the least in common with. The obvious answer would be Maya, but for reasons that you guys don't know, that wouldn't actually be the case. Andronikos, maybe? Maybe.
I feel like Andronikos is the, I don't know, better answer?
Yeah. Maybe.
But, I mean, you know things we don't, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who damn, that's actually really hard. The character they find themselves the most going with the least in common with. Yeah, you know what? I think it would still be Oren. I think Oren's just too regimented, even in his current position. Like, they're just, yeah, it's definitely an opposites attract for her situation. Like, he has discipline and like a way of doing things that just is fascinatingly strange to her. So, all right, sounds good. That was actually a tough one. Okay.
Not my intention, but that was kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it made me think harder about that that particular character. All right, so let's grab this city in the desert music. There we go. All right. Let's see, and then I'll apply Faxpiration for Julian. There we go. Okay. All right. So now Johnny says, welcome, friend. You have traveled far. It is not every day that we get strange visitors. What can we do to help you?
I'm sure you're aware that you share the island with both centaurs and scorpions.
Yes, a terrible misfortune that the noble centaurs were cursed long ago by the wicked and terrible Lotus Witch.
Recently, we as the Heroes of Prophecy found a way to end the curse afflicting the scorpions, and thus they have returned to their forms. This has upset the status quo, and fortunately, it appears that the now uncursed centaurs that have come back to themselves still harbor some of their more baser tendencies and are seeking to impose themselves on the island. What it is I mean to say is they are looking to remove all non-centaurs from this island. So we come bearing a warning.
So you come warning us that a war is imminent, that ravaging hordes of curse-maddened centaurs will ride north from the deserts to sate their lust for violence against me and my people.
They are more cognizant and in control of themselves than just murderous hordes, but yes, essentially they will be coming, and it's possible that you may be able to reason with them. We can assist with that, but we wanted to come here and gauge your feelings on it.
We are an isolated people. Our ancestors found themselves in this strange, God-forsaken, God-ruled land. But we would not yield or kneel before would-be rulers, such as the gods or self-proclaimed deities, we stood our ground, but were driven from the mainland. Here we have found peace. It seems that these lands are of no interest to the Titans, to the gods. It is here that we have finally built our own society. And we will fight to defend it against any who would threaten it.
Your staunch belief and disregard for the gods is something that you and the centaurs have in common.
Ah.
You do not like them either.
Well, you say that they are of a sounder mind.
You just have an underlying rage.
They're looking for an outlet for it, essentially. We can offer them one in a coming conflict, but until then, your people are, and any non-centaurs on the island are in danger.
Perhaps they would like to fight something more worthy of their aggression. On this island slumbers a great and terrible beast, the heart of devastation.
Or I can look to Sibo. What's the Sibo deck say about that?
Yeah, Sibo, you want to give me a history check?
Sibopedia.
Okay.
We hold up Sibo, flip them open.
So, Sibo, searching your memory banks and the hundreds of books you have read and internalized, the Heart of Devastation is said to be the manifestation of destruction that allegedly slumbers beneath the earth, waiting for the end of days to rise up and destroy everything. Now, there are a number of creatures that show up in history with this same theme. Whether they are different creatures or the same creature given different names, you are unsure. Other names that you have heard are the Behemoth and something Elven, the Tarask or the Tarasque or the Tarasque. No one's really sure on the pronunciation.
Thought it was like
That's the thing we saw in that vision when we were walking up the tower.
I'm assuming Sibo recites all that.
Now, it sounds like not Johnny is suggesting that you send these guys on a wild goose chase to, like basically try to track down the superior enemy, because it's either not real or it ain't showing up until the end of days.
You believe this creature is here on the island?
Not Johnny says, the creature is said to slumber beneath the earth in the hollow world connected to this island. Which is confusing because the islands move, so how are they connected to the
a tunnel that connects briefly, like
Oren, based on your training on the what do we call it? Self-death squad? I don't remember what we there was a clever name for it.
Squad. The suicided squad. Past tense.
Essentially portals is the answer there. Yeah. So the underground part of this island would connect to associated tunnels in the hollow world.
That could be an amicable solution. Give them a way to channel their aggression and hone their skills without massacring and wiping out anybody else on this island.
He says there is a place where it is said the dreams of the heart of devastation manifest. And he points on your map to this this area over here.
Okay, and we're like up here north on the coast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're in this this area right here, actually. The one that's circled with the arrow pointing at it.
Gotcha, okay.
This would also bring them close enough to the Harpies that they might be able to attract their attention as well. Now, if they truly wanted a challenge, they would need to cross the inlet sea and access this island here. The monsters that roam this island defy all reason. We believe that they are the work of the Lotus Witch herself. I'm talking crazy stuff, like fish wearing trench coats and sneakers, holding sharp knives, all sorts of weird stuff.
Julian, do you know anything about that? Could that be another place to send them? Or would that draw the ire of the Lotus Witch, having them toy with them?
Julian, you know that this island is the Lotus Witch's collectible monster menagerie. You would have another you burn down and cut down my diary forest situation if anybody started hunting that area.
Yeah, don't mess over her
that would be a terrible idea. That would be on par with what the Centaurs did originally with cutting down the forest.
You get the sense that not Johnny knows that, and he's once again trying to get you guys to, dare I say, cat's paw, set the Centaurs up for disaster. And he says, if that doesn't work, there are some tunnels located in these highlands. They lead into the Hollow World. What greater hunting ground could there possibly be than a realm of dark madness?
You're not concerned that they might unleash something that comes back after them? That would affect you too.
Oh, when you say that, he looks very thoughtful, like, oh shit, didn't think about that one. And he sighs, he says, all right, I was just coming up with ways to get rid of them, but perhaps diplomacy is the best course.
I'm not against it, but I think it'd be very difficult to convince the king to be diplomatic.
I don't think it'd be tough to convince the king of fighting a strong foe, though. If one's asleep right at their feet, I could see him being enticed to go and bring his forces to mass against it.
This is some world-ending threat. I'd like to wait to send him after it until they've helped us.
Not Johnny. How do you? I guess I would like to ask. How do your people feel about Sidon and the
Sidon? He is an oaf, a barbarian, a fool.
Well, if you, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the Pact of Peace with the mainland and the rest of the settlers on here is ending soon. And we have knowledge that he's massing an army and getting ready to unleash that army on the rest of the world.
I see. I know what you are asking. And permission is granted. You may send your refugees here to our god-free island, that they might live their mortal lives in peace.
It's actually not a terrible idea or offer, and it is appreciated. However, surely you must know that he won't stop at just the mainland settlers. His goal is to eliminate all of them, and I imagine especially those who don't brook with any gods whatsoever.
If that was the case, this island never agreed to a pact of peace. Why has he not come to wipe us out in the meantime?
I think he's been working towards his current plans for a long time. You may be fearsome, and so may the Centaurs, but I don't think you can stand against what will have, at that point, been a world-conquering army. Yeah. There won't be anything left to help you if you don't join now. If you don't fight against him when you first can.
Oh, I see. You have come to warn us of possible enemies to the south, but at the same time are hoping to recruit us into this war that is coming.
And by doing that, this enemy to the south might become an ally.
Some might say that you are forcing my decision. You calmly and casually threaten me with forces to the south, but offer a solution. My pledge that our people will join you in your war, which would then make us allies of this potential enemy to the south.
We don't have control of this potential enemy to the south.
So if I make my vow to aid you in this war against the hated, foolish, and childish gods, then what? I still might have to contend with the forces from the south, and then fight alongside them in the war? I think not. I will promise the forces of the Leonids who are willing to fight the gods only if you could guarantee we will be left unharassed by this new force to the south that you and your allies have unleashed upon the world.
We always had intentions of doing that, but to be fair, the Lotus Witch unleashed them on the world. We merely undid her wrongs.
Ah, the Lotus Witch. Another child who breaks her own toys. And he stares off in the direction of the tower as if to say, "What's up, bitch? Come fight me. I'm not Johnny. Come fight me. I don't give a shit about the gods."
I think that's something that we can attempt, right? But I guarantee, I think that would be us lying.
Yeah.
Okay, soft start. I like it. All right.
Lions' manes are soft, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. You guys could just self-regulate your own dad points for the session. That's fine. I trust everybody's discretion. So
100.
All right, yeah. So not Johnny. He's like, that's the bargaining chips he offers back to you. You get the feeling that this guy, very frequently, must engage in all sorts of matches, both of the physical might and of the mind. You're not sure against who, but it just seems like a guy that's constantly engaged in like duels.
Both might and
Magic,
one might say that conflict is in the cards for him.
Oh shit, that's good.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
And thank you for meeting with us, and we appreciate your negotiations. Orn will turn to the others and say, "Did we return to the Uncursed, or continued on to the Harpies?"
Do you say this within hearing range of Najani?
Sure.
Okay, Najani says, "You seek to help the Harpies. They are monsters.
At the least, they should be warned of what's coming.
If you approach their island, you forfeit your life and the life of your crew. They are man-eaters."
I'll go alone. I have assurance in my sound mind. If needed.
He looks at you and he says, "You would be wise to bring a bard with you. They have one of the most powerful abilities in the 5th age of magic, Countersong. Honestly, the only time it ever comes in handy would be something like this."
I know a couple of great bards. Let's see.
He's actually quite persuasive. I'm sure he'll have those harpies singing a different tune after a word with them.
Working overtime. Alright, let's see. Aside from the harpies and
you have your own bard. Then you don't need the services of ours.
I didn't say that. Have you a bard that we'd be willing to take any that want to travel with us?
Well, there are some who grow weary of the quiet life that we have made for ourselves. Their curiosity gets the best of them sometimes. One such Leonid comes to mind. Carl. If you are willing to take him with you, he could serve as an emissary to the Harpies and to this new Scorpion tribe in the south. Please do not ask Carl about his past or his backstory. It is full of shame, and he wishes never to repeat it.
How we're gonna find out his B team upgrade ability? Upgrade quest.
B team upgrade ability. You got a lot of hopes for Carl. Oh man. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna look around. Does Carl step forward?
Well, I mean, he sends for Carl. Carl has to get his stuff together.
Yeah, he's just booting Carl out of there.
Carl must clearly prepare himself in order to be quite so instrumental in these proceedings.
Oh, hell yeah.
His son, though, will he be attended to? Carl's Jr.?
God damn.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Carl approaches with his instrument bag. It seems to contain a long, rectangular-shaped instrument. Let's see. Is there an enhanced condition? That's weird. Alright. Let's see. It's Keyboard Cat. That's who it is. It's Keyboard Cat.
If you click on it, it expands it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Beautiful. It doesn't play, though. Oh. Let's see. Aw.
Dom, what is that GIF you posted from?
How are you getting gifts to keep playing? I haven't got them to work since we switched to 10.
I copied the image off of Bing, actually.
Oh, weird.
Off of Bing. I think it works off Google too. You just have to write. You just have to copy it.
Copy image.
Yeah, don't save it. You just try and save it.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, Carl the Leonid Bard arrives. He looks at all of you guys and he nods his orange head and says, "So you're adventurers?"
Here's a prophecy, yes. Make no mistake, if you journey with us, you make an enemy of the Titans.
I was born half god. I've lived my life hated by my people and hating myself. Only music can quiet the rage in my heart. But perhaps with you, I could find a different outlet for both my rage and my art.
Can we just circle back around to the born half god part?
Yes. Well, there was a stranger who came and visited our island years ago. My mother was bewitched by his charms and his fluffy beard.
He didn't happen to have a thing for potatoes, did he?
Okay.
This man with the fluffy beard that came by. He did everything for potatoes, did he?
Apparently, yes, he did. He smelled of cheesy potatoes, and he told my mother she had the most beautiful tail he had ever seen. But he broke her heart, and mine as well, for when I was but 10 years old. I gotta check how long Leonids live. I hope it's not one of them, like, they live fucking 12 years.
I don't think it's one of those dumbass ones.
When I was the human equivalent of 10 years old, the green dragon Hexia came and stole my mother away.
We also work against her as well.
Then destiny has put you in my path, or vice versa.
Well, you are welcome aboard then.
Aboard? What do you mean?
We have a boat.
Oh, we have a ship. It's a common
Oh,
Yeah,
over the water.
Yes, we're not fighting the Titans on this island.
Ooh.
It's implied that by packing your bags, that you think we were just journeying to the other part of the island, not crossing the water. Here, I'll help you with that, and Warren will go to pick up his bag.
It's okay. I happen to have some Leonanip on me. If you want, this will help.
You know, maybe destiny was wrong. I should probably.
Our wizard here, Sibo, he's able to cast magic that prevents you from going into the water.
Is this true?
Never get wet?
Ever?
Oh yeah,
Ever.
never wet.
Yes, we only bathe ourselves with our own saliva. Sometimes we splurge and have a dust bath. All right. If your magic holds true, wizard, then I call myself an ally of what's the name of your group again?
Heroes of Prophecy.
Heroes of Prophecy. Okay. That's
it's very literal.
Oh, all right. All right. I guess Carl Carl the demigod will join your team for now.
He's also going to come up each morning and have the water walk cast on him.
Yeah.
It's up to 10 willing creatures, so it's the 5 of us and Carl.
And Carl. Yep.
Okay.
I make it a point of pride to not get wet.
All right. Yeah, Carl's gonna give it his best shot. Kyra's gonna be upset because he's just another bard. Also, you got a whole lot going on here with the whole, Son of Pythor, then Hexia beef. I mean, you sure you want to adopt this? This is a commitment, B team members, they're not just like Funko Pop collectibles. These are real thought constructs with real feelings.
As a member of Skull and Shackles, I disagree. They are 100% collectibles.
Oh my goodness.
I understand and respect that, and onto the shelf he goes.
Yes. All right. Fair enough. He will be an active NPC, not a B team member, until he decides whether or not this is a good fit for him.
So he wants to get killed by centaurs or harpies. Okay.
Take your pick.
It's the best I could do. All right. So where do you head from here?
We're gonna go that way across the Garfield.
The Garfield.
Dang. That was oof. It's a big oof.
Trying to make him as dad as possible here.
Oh my goodness.
Can't be clever.
I mean, You can. It's not wrong to try.
Are you kidding? Carl's Jr. was so clever. That one was so good.
That's it.
Even if we just
All
send a
right.
missive, I think we should attempt to warn the Harpies.
All right. Carl does warn you that while he does have Countersong, one of the admittedly strongest abilities in the 5th Age of Magic, you can never be too careful when it comes to flesh-eating harpies.
Carl, do you know if these are the type of Harpies that, once you save against their song, they can't sway your mind? Once you
Oh yeah, he says, yes. Once you show that you have the will and the determination to resist them, you should be okay. But they have other ways of charming you. And he waggles his furry cat brows at you.
Like what?
He cups his hands to his chest and shakes his hands like he's shaking
oranges.
Two pieces. And then he
I
turns
think
around
and he melons.
And he shakes his butt at you.
They're carrying fanny packs.
Or remind me at some point to tell you about the birds and the bees.
There's different types of seduction besides magic. They'll whisper to you lies and promises. They'll tempt you with offerings of the flesh.
Ah, okay. We shouldn't have any problem with that with our group. Stalwart bunch.
Okay.
Yeah, Demetrius tried that earlier. He handled that just fine.
All right, so is the intention then to head back to the ship, coerce this cat dude onto the ship, and then head over to the Harpies?
Hold on, where are the Harpies at?
They're on the island off the east coast.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's the one.
The smaller one. I mean, if that's the intention, we can travel over there.
I wouldn't want to go with the entirety of the Stormbreaker.
I mean, do we really need to intercede on behalf of the Harpies? I mean, I get the idea of, giving them a heads up, but we could just send them a letter.
Do we have a way to get them the message?
Yes, we can have here. Write the letter, have it drop it off, come back, it's fine.
How would we send the letter?
By the normal means, by writing. You write the letter, give it to Sophia, and she drops it off, comes back.
As long as they're warned.
Yeah. Dear Island of Harpies, look out for the angry centaurs that might be coming your way. Sincerely, Heroes of Prophecy, love and kisses.
This the island's like landlocked, right? Or not landlocked. Doesn't connect to the mainland at all.
No.
Okay. They already have a natural buffer between them, as long as the centaurs don't discover boats.
What's on?
Well, I mean, that's part of our deal with them.
It's our menagerie.
That's the Lotus Witch's
collectibles
island. Yeah, that's where the rarest monsters with the dopest drops live.
And the highest likelihood of getting angry Sphinx to show up. I think the Harpies are safe enough on their island. But yes, if we could send a message via Sophia, I think we should.
Speaking with Not Johnny, he brought up a good point. What is Sidon's plan to deal with the Lotus Witch?
I'm not sure if the Sphinxes, either her or those on the Isle of Time, really fall into his plan.
He's a settler here.
I'm not sure. They're not really natives, but I feel like they're not really settlers either. They're sort of their own category. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does have some sort of idea for them.
His influence doesn't seem to extend. It doesn't seem like he can extend his influence to the island, so most likely send soldiers. Or...
Yeah, I mean, Maya. The way that these people the Scorpion tribe, and then these Leonids. Jesus, the way that they talk about the gods and the Titans. If they talk like this all the time, they would have already been smited to death. If they could, if they could be. You get the feeling that this island is out of bounds.
Yes, Carl.
He's also a small size Leonid too, so just throwing that out there.
Pythor's son.
That's right.
Small size.
He's adorable.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
All right.
Son of Pythor.
What do we write on this letter? The Harpies. Warning.
Now, I feel like perhaps we should have Elpis deliver this letter instead of Sophia. Not to discount Sophia, but Sophia has physical components. If something happened to her, we'd have to fetch her.
I could summon an companion.
She can't be charmed.
Sure,
I don't know if that matters.
Ooh, a familiar technically could be charmed. It depends though, because harpies. I think you'd probably know this by now. Harpies songs only work on humanoids and giants.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm up for whatever. You guys.
Which in this campaign, giants would cover Titans, Cyclopses, Jankan, all them boys. For more about giants, ask Andronicus. So
anything that has a token size of slightly bigger than the box is a giant.
Fair. All right. So it sounds like you're just gonna kind of try to absolve your own conscience by just kind of like, we sent them a letter. Like, here you go.
I'm not sure why we're so against going over there, but
I mean, yeah, you guys are real tough adventurers. Like, these are just some harpies. How bad could it be?
I wouldn't want to bring the entirety of the Stormbreaker. We're low on crew. If we help ourselves, we could even find. Working on the assumption
it becomes Mythic Exiles again.
Working under the assumption that these harpies can't be reasoned with, but we just spent some time talking to these uncursed centaurs that spent 1,000 years as scorpions, and they were able to be reasoned with. I wouldn't put it past the harpies to be.
I think we should take one of the small boats. I think we should anchor the Stormbreaker nearby. And take one of the small boats as a party.
Okay.
Over there to meet with the harpies.
So that way the crew can't be swayed.
So would it just be the 5 of us going? Would we take any additional crew members with us?
Maybe I think 2 or 3 crew members we have that have counter charm abilities.
Or we bring all the bards. Alright, we got Kyra, Philana, Telemachus, Carl. What else do we got? We got more bards than that, right? Nessa's a bard? What is she?
Is this a bard?
I think
she's not a bard, but she does
reduce. She's the closest thing that she would be a shaman, essentially. Which is not a real class in 5e, but NPCs work different, so yeah.
She doesn't toss down a single totem though.
I mean, that's what I am. I'm basically.
She does have an ability to do so, though.
Oh dang! Oh, what the heck? She is a shaman. Oh my god! All right. I think we just load up on Nessa for sure, and then the rest just bards.
I feel like if we brought it up with her, she'd just be like, "You never asked, man."
She doesn't. She doesn't fight. She's a pacifist. Like what would she ever use any of her combat moves?
Healing totem.
Yeah, that's true. Could use a healing totem.
We use it during sex sometimes.
Oh. Okay.
She's not 100% a pacifist.
Okay.
It's a little violent.
Wow. Okay. I'm blushing a little bit. All right. Anyways.
This horseplay.
But wow.
Nice.
I mean, if you just stack all your dad aspirations, you should be able to make the persuasion check to convince the harpies to. Oh my goodness. All right. So Nessa just has like, anti-aggression aura. Telmachus is the bard. And then let's see. Falana's a bard. Carl's a bard.
Is it Hermina?
Oh yeah, Herminia's pretty good.
Our
I know Hermina's good for us casting charms.
I thought she was a
Minotaur bard.
She's a siren.
No, Hermione, right?
No, she's a Minotaur.
Yeah, she was like a healer lady. Although, yeah, she has Song of Rest.
Oh,
I
I'm
guess
getting
she is a bard.
confused. My bad.
Our Minotaur she's a Minotaur and she's a bard.
Oh, nice.
All right. Carl doesn't count because he's not officially on the B team yet, so you just be hanging out.
It's Tycon doing it. Yeah, get him out of here.
No
musical ability.
Yeah, we're at 5 now.
He puts his hand drum away. It's just like,
That's the Telemachus, Kira,
there you go.
Hermione, and Falana.
Perfect.
Okay.
The Bard squad.
All right.
We're getting the band back together.
Okay, so the plan is to sail around. I guess when you get back to the boat, it's going to be real awkward, so we probably need to cover that real quick. So you head back to the boat. Carl would see the boat, and you can see that he is paralyzed. Like he's like a cat that they've put clothes on, but he already had clothes on. But he's like just can't seem to move when he sees the ocean and the boat. He is filled with dread.
I drop a cucumber next to him.
Okay.
No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
All right. So, yeah, he does not want to, I don't know if he can approach the ocean. Again, his people, their favorite pastime is talking shit about the gods. Like, they have been told, the ocean will kill you.
I'll just drop Water Walk and recast it.
Okay.
Now.
All right. So going through the thing and kind of casting it on him, you didn't show him your ability to walk on the water?
Yeah, I'll walk out there.
Okay.
Dance a little bit.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Give me a performance check. How good your dance is will determine whether or not he wants to join you.
Still a dadspiration in here.
All right. Oh, shit. All right. Give me a D10. All right. So your 18 performance shows confidence, moxie, pizzazz. Tentatively, he puts a foot onto the water, tapping it, and then another, and he begins to walk with a cat-like grace out to the jolly boat. His fear is palpable, but he's willing to give it a shot. All right, as you guys row back to the ship, everybody on the ship is waiting, including this guy with a beautiful beard.
Could be anyone.
Okay.
You have lots of men on board with, beautiful beards.
He's been laid off the potatoes too.
Okay, so you guys at no point are gonna ease him into this. He's gonna overhear people call that guy Pythor and then have to deal with this, or.
I think Julian would take his uncle aside and say, Uncle, this is another one of your love children.
Wait.
He's been through a lot. It's Carl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see we have the same coloration.
His mum was, taken away by Hexia. And, he's dealing with all that.
Yeah.
And he's kind of, terrified of the ocean. We've kind of strong-armed him to get him on board, but, we're trying to make strides, make inroads, and with the Leonids and the Centaurs.
Yeah.
It might go a long way, introduce yourself, slowly.
Oh,
feel
okay.
out.
Yeah, I understand, nephew. Don't worry. All right.
He also hates the gods.
All right. So he pushes he gently pushes you aside with his 30 strength, and he walks over to Carl, towering over him. He says, Carl, it's me, Pythor, your dad. I heard you don't like the water. It's okay. The water's got fish in it. You want to go fishing?
Julie just face palms the background like, that is not easing into things.
Carl stares up at this massive man who is both tall and wide. He sees that this man wears a lion's pelt. And also Julian wears a lion's pelt. Man, this guy is really starting to question all of his decision-making skills. He's gonna look up at Pythor and say, what? And then Pythor says, let me, all right, is he deaf?
No, you're just throwing a lot at the poor bastard all at once. Carl, are you hungry? Shall I show you the mess hall down below decks? Yes, let's go and get you some food. Okay. Let's get you some grub.
So you lead your cousin away?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I forgot how ham-fisted he can be.
Wait,
he's been making so much progress.
You knew my father was on the boat?
Yes, he's my uncle. We're technically family.
This is a lot to process.
I know, and you know what helps with processing? Food and lots of wine.
Okay. He nods his head and squares his shoulders, and he follows you down below decks. Pythor watches them go and says, I don't understand. I just put myself out there and he just walked away. Nobody ever sticks around for Pythor. He sadly walks off.
So yeah, I would try and get Carl drunk just to sort of ease him into life on board. I figured that's the easiest way to do it.
All right, fair enough. He cries a lot, being a half god growing up in a god-hating society, and then meeting his father in such a abrupt way, while also confronting his lifelong instinctual hereditary fear of the ocean. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's just a rough day.
I just let him vent.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, okay. So you put together a bard team, and then you sail all around, trying to stay off. Probably like more time to get back to the boat and on the boat than it would to just sail the boat around. So maybe 2 hours tops.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
If Carl's like fully like unverklempt at this point, Julian would seek out Pythor again to try and smooth that over.
Yeah, you find Pythor fishing off the back of the ship.
Uncle, may I join you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I kind of took over there, and I know you were putting yourself out there, just letting it all hang out, but you have a lot to take in. And I think his poor mind was blown, and I figured the easiest thing to do was get him drunk and just sort of get him acclimated, and I can't imagine what you've been going through with your paramours and your children and the Hexia business. But I don't want to lose the family I do have, and I'm sorry if I kind of just barged in there.
No, it's fine. I always muck it up anyways. I just ruined the lives of everyone that I've ever gotten close to.
You haven't ruined my life.
Well,
I think we're, close enough. I think our interests are certainly different, but I still appreciate your perspective and your assistance, Uncle.
I try hard, Julian. I try hard to not be happy.
What?
Well, that's the problem. I'm happiest when I'm in love, and when there's someone that I can love with all my heart. But every time I fall in love, it gets ruined. It gets taken from me. The people I love get hurt. And so I back away. And I just try to go on alone, But I can't help myself. I have a lot of love to give. And I think that maybe it'll be different each time, and each time it just makes me suffer. Makes them suffer. That's why I started drinking. I thought I could just keep myself pacified. And I wouldn't cause any more trouble for anyone. Yeah, it made me a joke, and yeah, it forced my daughter, the only one never taken from me, to kind of carry the load, as it were. But at least it bought the rest of the world, a couple of decades apiece. I don't know. If I could just die, Julian, spare everyone the sight of me, the mess I make, I would, but I just come back every time. And every time my lonely heart, I just need someone to love me and let me love them. Or I just feel empty.
Uncle, I'd like to introduce you to someone. And Julian will, using prestidigitation, will generate a hand mirror or a really shiny piece of bronze, whichever you prefer. And I will, hold it in such a way where, image of Pythor is there. And I'll say, Pythor, meet Pythor. I think you really need to get to know one another and get a deeper understanding of one another, and perhaps finding love there first before you try loving others. It sounds to me like, you don't have a lot of respect or love for yourself, and maybe that's part of the challenge.
Maybe that's because I don't love phonies. And he takes the mirror out of your hand, and he just crumples it and throws it off the ship. And he says, we're done here. And he just dives into the fucking ocean.
Oh, shit. You're still my uncle! I still like you.
The crew begins to shout that, land-sighted, destination eminent. And you hear the strain of ropes and the fluttering of sails as they begin to sort of raise sails and prepare to drop the jolly boats.
All right. Good talk.
That was not nearly as productive as I hoped. Oh well.
It's had a couple hundred years to get to that point.
All right. As you assemble the bard team, you see Carl in a much better mood. He is talking animatedly with Kyra, and as he kind of comes up onto the ship, he waves at everybody, and Kyra smiles. Telebakis and Falana and her Hermione, who has I don't think ever gone on a mission. Everybody's getting ready to depart. Carl approaches you, Julian, and he says, "I really appreciate the talk, cousin. I met the most amazing woman." And he looks over at Kyra. You see heart bubbles above his head. She's so down to earth, so funny and witty, and she loves music. I played my dulcimer for her, and she told me it was the most beautiful sound she'd ever heard. I think I've found the woman of my dreams. Thank you, Julian, for giving me this opportunity. Destiny has put you in my path, and love has put her there. Nothing could complicate this. And he lets out a sigh of relief. The hard times are over for Carl.
Julian acts like he's about to say something, thinks better of it, and just mutters to himself, I'll just give him a day or so. And just pats him on the shoulder and say, yes, we had a good talk. Now, on to the Harpies.
Yeah, or just grimaces. Says, all right, everyone in the jolly boat.
Okay, so everybody gets to the jolly boat. And as you head towards the Harpies Island, you immediately hear horrible screeching, but then you hear melodious singing.
Oren, I know this was your idea and all, but I really feel we're going off a bit half-cocked. I really think this is just going to be, on a wing and a prayer.
It's the right thing to do, Julian.
I still say we could have just sent them a letter.
Couldn't be assured the letter would make it.
Okay.
Falana, can you start your song?
Okay, so they all begin to sing to sort of counteract the Harpy song, which is picking up in volume and power. You have faced Harpies before, but the Harpies of this island seem to be of a tougher, more enchanting stock, perhaps. But as you guys kind of row the two jolly boats closer to the island, the song of your assembled bards, especially with that sick dulcimer beat in the background, seem to be counteracting the song just enough that you guys are not having to make any saves against the effect. All right. Okay. As you guys row even closer, Carl cries out, and he says, I can feel their song trying to take its hold on my mind. Everyone, we must play louder. Okay, so then your B team begins to try Battle of the Bard style to outplay the songs of the Harpies. And it just starts to get real loud, but yet somehow there's sort of an amazing mashup happening there. You're not sure how, but Carl's dulcimer, it matches almost every other song that has ever been created. Like, you could just drop this beat into the back of any song and somehow make it better. It's incredible. Yeah.
That's his godly power.
All right. Seeing that their songs are not having an effect, the harpies approach, and these are some pretty rough-ass looking harpies. You can see that they are much more monstrous than the harpies of the mainland. Claws, spines, very protruding fangs. One of them screams down at you. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I guess we'll just leave the fucking music in the background. She screams down at you guys. Terrible music. Leave now, or we will bring death upon you. But you can tell that the beat that your team is dropping is unnerving them, because Countersong is one of the strongest abilities in the 5th Age of Magic.
They know truly a godly threat has come.
Mm-mm.
All right, Orin stands up in the boat. We come bearing a warning. Are you a representative of your people?
We have a queen, but all answer to her. Why don't you come with me, soft one, and I will bring you to the queen, away from this hateful music.
No, I think we'll stay right here. How many harpies are assembled?
Oh man, like there is starting to be like quite a flock, sort of flapping their wings, and I don't want to say hovering because they don't actually have a hover speed, but they're maintaining altitude. You guys are within rowing like distance of the shore. Like you could get there if you needed to, but they're definitely between you and the shore.
Bring a warning from the mainland of this island. Recently, curse afflicting the scorpions of the island has ended and resulted in centaurs that seek to rid all of these lands of any non-centaurs. Thus we've come here to bring you a warning, to be prepared and to watch out. They do not currently have the means to cross the narrow sea, but should they find one, your people may be in danger.
She her eyes are like almost closed. She's trying so hard to hear you over all the music. And she says, that's it?
Yes.
All right. We have an entire population of Cyclopean warriors whose ancestors we bent to our will with song and talent. Should they set foot upon our island, they will be destroyed.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, I mean, Or kind of shrugs at that, says, then you should be very well protected.
What?
You should be very well protected.
Oh, yes, we're fine. I will confess that your concern is a strange experience for me and my people.
It's... Yeah, Warren's not sure of it himself. Says,
maybe you should go.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Yes, leave.
Alright, I mean, Warren.
Thank you for your time.
Much for that one. We have much magical items that we have salvaged from unfortunate accidents at sea.
Oh no, they're dropping the plot threads. Quick.
Temptation.
Turn the boat around. Let's get going.
What about that boy with the curly hair? You probably don't need him.
He's the most important of our entire crew.
Yes, that. But, I mean, magical items. We could use magical items.
This dwarf baby.
So now that's an offer. Oh,
Oh, shut up, Andronicus.
obviously I'm kidding.
Oh, I know you are. It's just that Julian's protective of SIBO still, just a little bit.
But what about that one with the mouth?
His lips, you mean? They are quite prominent.
All right, well,
Not even him.
you're missing out. This is some really good magic items.
I mean, you could at least take a look.
No.
Julian.
What?
I believe she's trying to lure you in away from our charm so that she can eat you.
Well, that's why we would all go together to keep the charm going.
It's a shame none of us know how to read, for we have so many books that are probably full of secrets.
What?
Alright, we should probably get the boat going.
Yes, Lauren, let's turn around.
Deliver the message.
Siba walks towards the edge of the boat that the harpy's at.
We're gonna put a hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
We have books
The
on
one-
the boat.
The one book looks so thick that I feel that after reading it, I might feel a tremendous increase to my mind. Oh, well.
Hold on, you said you couldn't read.
I'll never find anyone to help me with these books. Oh.
No, don't worry, Sibo.
She's obviously
Let's
lying.
get going. I'm sure they don't have anything
Yeah,
really cool like knotwork or spears or anything. Let's get going.
Well, yes. I hope nothing happens to the book, like, I hope it doesn't get cut in half with that sword we found. Yes, the sword's so sharp, it's like as thin as a piece of paper. It seems to barely exist in this dimension. Oh well.
Well, it might be worth
You-
one look.
I mean, clearly they don't have anything of value on it. They didn't mention anything about rope.
Exactly. Alright, we gotta go.
Did you say something about rope? I guess you heard that we had in our possession one of the ropes that belongs to the Irenaeus. That is to say, the Furies themselves.
They do have pretty nice rope, Julie.
A rope capable of binding even the gods.
I would like to incite everything she's saying.
Okay. Give me a insight check. She actually apparently has some pretty dope magic items that they have because they caused the shipwrecks. They were not unfortunate accidents.
Mhm.
Okay.
What do you think, Maya?
I think
I mean, they have rope and books
I
and
believe they
magical
might
items.
have those items, but I do not think they want to give it to us. I think they just want us to come so that we can get surrounded and they can take our stuff as well.
Oh well, ladies, pack it up. They don't want anything that we have to offer.
But it could be worth the risk.
And she shakes her thick cake in your direction as she starts to fly off.
Well, I mean, I think I might be willing to take one for the team for for rope and magic items and books and what have you.
Julie,
You guys
No,
ever had
Julie.
cake by the
we have a
ocean?
mission.
Yeah.
No fun, Maya.
You see Carl is panting heavily. As a Leonid, he does not have any sweat glands, so he's going hard on that dulcimer, but it's starting to take a toll on him. Just kidding, he's a fucking demigod. He keeps playing like a madman.
He gets a second wind.
Demigod of song battles.
Alright, yeah, Oren's looking back towards the boat. I'm ready when you guys are.
All right. When you look over,
I look over at Carl, who was using his demigodhood to play instruments, and then I look over at Julian, and I'm like, you know what? I figured you'd have been more like that.
He's jamming out.
Maya, when you look over, you see Kyra is looking at Carl, and undisguised respect and love is apparent on her face.
Hey, Kyra, can I speak with you for a second?
She says, we're doing a Countersong right now, the most powerful ability in the 5th Age of Magic.
Yeah, and you're the most powerful bard in the 5th Age Magic. I'm pretty sure you can do that while talking.
Oh yeah, okay. So what's up? This Carl guy, right? I'm feeling something in my heart that I haven't felt forever.
So that's Pythor's son.
Have Every time I meet someone, I just. All right.
Apparently, he's a demigod of song battles.
He's such a great nephew to you, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess. You know how many fucking nephews and nieces I've had to. Okay.
Wait, you were doing the what? What?
I'm saying that I feel like I have to have them fill out a
It was an
questionnaire.
accident, not a description.
I feel like my opening line needs to be, "So is your dad Python?" Or yeah.
Honestly, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good icebreaker.
Yeah. Great. All right. Thanks for the heads up.
Funny, it's current. I think it could work.
Okay. I think I might have given Carl the wrong idea, so I'm gonna leave it to you, Maya. Let them down easy.
Okay.
Maya, with your passive insight, you see that as she returns to the band, Carl's mood is lifted. His heart is 3 times its normal size, so full of love. Them Greeks, man. Yeah.
He must really love his aunt.
All right. So as you sail away, you hear the sounds of the harpies die down.
As their as the music ends and they finish their performance. And Maya's gonna look at Kyra, understanding that she wanted me to put him down gently. She's gonna say, Carl, you and your aunt did a very good showing there. Very well performed.
He says my aunt. Ooh.
Yes. Kyra.
He begins to make a hairball sound. You think he's trying to throw up over the side of the boat. Seeing the water looking back at him, he turns away and then he barfs all over Kyra.
Andronicus laughs in the distance.
Then he passes out from embarrassment.
Why does no one have any tact in this team? Good God.
Well, the heroes of prophecy, not the heroes of tact. That would have been a terrible name. We could have been hot instead of hop, though. That would have been fun.
No, we would have been hot. We would have all been hot. You know, that would be a great team name. The Hot.
Look around. I think we're all pretty hot. And also Siva.
It is pretty hot here.
Yeah, I mean, as adventuring parties go, I mean, you guys are a pretty damn good-looking adventuring party. So, I mean, even Sibo got that rugged, kind of like, yeah. I've been to hell and back.
He's making that one butt cheek work.
Mm-hmm. No, I got it back. I got that back.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never seen a more attractive fish person.
I mean, in this day and age of monster fuckers, I mean, like this is peak performance right here, honestly. So, yeah.
I think I read that book.
Yeah, Shape of Water, all that. Yeah, it's
rough movie, gotta say.
Never seen it. Is it one of those things where it's just you don't, or do you watch it once and then never again?
I'd say watch it once and wish you hadn't seen it.
Oh, okay. Okay, in that case, I'll steer clear.
All right, fair enough.
Didn't it win some awards?
Razzies?
A lot of movies win awards.
Sure.
Dang.
That is true.
This movie did apparently have an impact on you. Oh my goodness. All right.
Wait, I missed it. What movie is this again?
Doug Jones plays Amphibian Man.
Okay, all right, we're good.
The Shape of Water. A beautiful love story for all time.
I loved it. You should check it out, Maya.
Yeah, the main character is like the fish guy from Hellboy.
Exactly.
Abraham Lincoln?
Yep.
Okay.
From the lagoon.
A lonely janitor forms a unique relationship with an amphibious creature that's being held in captivity.
Unique, huh?
It's pretty good.
It's a unique relationship.
Check it out, just in case they want to sponsor us. Okay, let's go.
I'm curious, is the movie based on the real phenomenon where the woman and the dolphin had a sexual relationship when they were trying to see if they could unlock psychic powers in dolphins with LSD?
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Because ever since I found out that really happened, I've been like haunted.
Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
Well,
I went down. I went down an ADHD rabbit hole on that shit. Like I know way too much about that I can never forget. Like
Drunk history.
no, it was just like an accidental thing that I was like,
Oh shit.
yeah, I was reaffirming how evil dolphins were, and I was I was reading stuff about how evil dolphins are, and then that came up, and then I was like,
Also, I'd
yeah.
like to throw out real quick that the fish guy from that is the same actor as the fish guy from Hellboy. Just so you know.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's Doug
It's because he's so skinny. He's like he does all like the monster movie stuff because he can fit in the prosthetics.
Hear me out. He is an actual fish man, and like these are roles where he doesn't have to hide who he is.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's exceedingly more likely.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, after
It
LSD
won 4
Dolphin,
Oscars.
anything's possible. So, well, that's because there had never been a fish man in a movie, so there was like an equity kind of thing. Like they were trying to kind of like, this is our chance to kind of be more inclusive. Get the fish guy
one picture of the year.
Yeah. I feel like nothing's gonna stop Julian from watching this movie now. Like the seeds of curiosity have been planted.
Houston, we have a problem.
You got to check it out. It's good. It's good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've never seen it either. Now I kind of want to see it just to show Will that I'm not afraid.
We can have a watch party. We can be traumatized together.
Maybe. Anyways, you guys leave the Vorpal swords and the tomes of intellect and all that, and you head back to your boat. All right. And then Kyra says to Carl when he recovers, she says, "Don't worry, kid. Not the first time people have barfed on me. Not the first time a niece or nephew has come on to me. Hey, your dad, he's a mess. He's a fucking disaster, but he's got a lot of heart. And if you give him a chance, I mean, I think he'd love to spend some time with you. Maybe the three of us could do some fishing." And Carl, he kind of looks away, and he says, "Okay, sure. All right." And she stares at everyone as if to say, "Don't try me. Having a bad day." And then
I give her a thumbs up.
They head off to find Pythor. All right. Telemachus says, "My friends, I just want to say that I am so happy that this time we did not bring any harpies with us. I still remember Callisto and Eos, and my heart is still broken for what happened." And he looks wistfully off into the horizon. All right. So Falana turns to you guys and says, "So are we done here on Scorpion Island? Do you feel like the people will be able to fend for themselves in the wake of your world-changing influence?"
I mean, you clearly don't think that if you're being so, I don't know, judgy about it.
I mean, it's you ended a centuries long, thousands of years long curse. I mean, that's kind of a big deal. I know we don't talk about that island, but it kind of feels like that island's all over again.
What island?
Exactly.
It was a wrong that needed to be undone, Falana.
All right.
What happens next is ours to burden, but it needed to be done.
I just think that as you continue to grow in power, you might take some time to consider that with this great power comes all the complications and, I don't know, consequences of those actions.
Cannot let fear of the unknown stop you from doing what's right. Just deal with it as it comes, as we've done here. And with that being said, we need to make one last trip to the Uncursed.
Oh, okay.
We need to inform them of the Hollow World and see if we can turn their attentions that way rather than towards the Leonin.
Well, I mean, we have a month. They were going to give us a month.
Come back before then and try to sway them.
Just my concern is, as it was rightly pointed out, that if they go into the Hollow Earth, it might, reveal something that's far worse than we are prepared to deal with at that time.
Yeah, Nessa says, yeah, man, I thought it was pretty obvious that that lion guy, he was trying to say that, he wanted them to go in the Hollow World and get all killed and stuff. And then when you pointed out that that might cause something bad to happen to everybody, he quickly, took that back. But you took from that we should send them to the Hollow World?
I thought sending them to the Heart of Darkness was the bad course. I thought the Hollow World would be fine, but I think I misunderstood.
I think our best bet here is to see if we can get them to form an alliance with the Leonins in their shared hatred of gods.
That's a shame that the only way to bring them together is through hatred. I'd hate to think that, that's the easiest way to unite people is to create, a third group that's sort of other, and then everyone can mutually hate that group together.
Oh, you are gonna hate it if you ever read a book about humanoid nature.
It just seems like a real, evil and cheap way to, rally followers and maintain powers, to just sort of misdirect everyone's fear and, frustration at some imaginary enemy just because they're other or different.
Yes, you are correct.
Oh, but that's what we're going to be doing.
Well, the threat is not imaginary.
That is the difference.
Okay.
It is more of an enemy of our enemy is our friend situation, as opposed to kicking down on a lesser group that really isn't harming anyone. Sidon is looking to unleash full-scale war. I think that is worth fighting against. I mean, you would be certainly right if we were saying, oh yes, we're going to go back to the mainland and we're going to kick out all of the natives from the mainland because they are different from us. That would be a good example of what you speak of.
Okay.
But that is not what we're doing. We're trying to create a world where everyone can get along and everyone could, accept or tolerate or, just be themselves.
What's going to happen to the Scorpion tribe when, the war's over and there's no one for them to fight anymore?
Same thing that would happen if they didn't have somebody to fight with right now.
Oh. Well, that kind of sucks.
I don't know. Maybe we send them all to therapy.
Hopefully, if it does come to a war and they do end up fighting with us, maybe that aggression will leave. It'll be spent.
Maybe.
I'm sure by then we'll have magic to satiate them.
I don't know, man. Lotus was always saying that magic doesn't really solve any problems. It just makes more problems. I mean, that never stopped her from using magic to solve her problems, but she would say that while solving her problems with magic.
Yeah.
She was always very meta. Well, is always very meta.
But I kind of get her point. I mean, you guys pretty much just, cast a spell magic on anything that causes problems, right? So, like, any solution that was magical could just be undone with, like, a single spell. But solutions that you worked hard for without magic, they can't just be undone in an instant,
Sometimes they can, sadly.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. She looks deeply meditative after your that comment. That's it. She's just staring off into the distance. So what do you guys do next? You want to go back and talk to the Scorpion tribe one more time?
So I think you're onto something with waiting. We do have a month for the timeline. It's possible that we could discover something that could help us with the negotiations.
I had a thought. I may be getting a bit ahead of myself, but logistically, how are we going to get them all to Praxis? I mean, are we going to set them about making ships? Or can we use, Maya, what's your new ability where you can travel via plant? Is that something we could do with a large group of people?
I think the logistics of how we transport them can be left for now. There's multiple ways it can be accomplished, but I don't think...
Right, it's just a matter of if it takes time, sometimes we have to start in advance, and I'm just trying to address problems that I can solve, as opposed to dealing with people. I'm off my game this week.
That is a good point, Julian, is that if we are going to if it comes to it, we have to end up having a large scale war like this, where there's going to be multiple people joining together to go against Sidon. How are all these people going to come together? I don't know. Right now we have at least people that would help and are willing to go against Sidon, or at least stay out of it. We have the Indigo Islands. They seem to be against. When the Pax Beast ends and war struck, they would want to defend themselves, and I think we do have an agreement of helping to stop this war. Themis will be there. In both of those cases, we have our own ships. The Fire Islands, they don't have ships there. I don't believe. So that's one thing. We haven't been to for Mitros. If depending on which side Mitros falls under when this falls over, there might be ships there. Arisia is planning to stay out of it. So yeah, that's something that we probably should think about.
All right. Well, I'm going to go work on that instrument. I think it's one of those problems that's best addressed subconsciously while you're doing other tasks. If you need me, I'll be in the workroom.
Anything. It might be a case of more defense.
We don't want to be on the back foot. If we can, we want to be the ones that are launching the attack.
Well, not necessarily. if every island is aware of what's coming, able to defend itself, when the world-ending army spreads itself to try and take over every single island, and then they are met with a prepared group ready to defend itself.
Yes, but they're defending themselves in their homes and streets.
Where they know the surrounding the best.
It is a battlefield they're familiar with. I'm just concerned about the collateral damage. We signed up for this, but there are so many bystanders that will be impacted that to say we'll meet them as they attack us is, as Bessa pointed out, perhaps that is a consequence we should consider when planning the next phase. Just a thought. Just a thought. And Julian's going to go blow ducks, and he's going to start working on the
Songbow?
The songbow.
Okay. That both Kyra and Pythor got you to do so they could go fishing? Nice.
Well, I mean, this is... it's something he can work on. He understands machines, dealing with people right now. He's not in the right headspace for that.
Oh no, yeah, I think it's great. I think that they think it's great too. They're like, yeah, we did want to put together that bow. It's fantastic. Like people that think they want to do a puzzle or think they want to do a really cool Lego set, and then they start to do it, and they're like, oof, wow, man. And then they remember that their friend's really into it, and they're like, hey, you wanna take a look at this? And then, good stuff. All right. It sounds like you're going to give them some time before kind of intervening any further. Yeah. So I guess the question is, do you have any other business here on the island?
Wait, go pick up Crusher and Smasher.
Yeah. Didn't not Gianni say that Carl was supposed to be an emissary for the other groups on the island?
Yeah, so you kind of got the feeling that they were trying to pawn Carl off on you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind then. Because I was like, well, I mean, we could right, like we could like install him with the Scorpion tribe, but I'm thinking to myself, I mean,
that's not.
If he's not careful, he could get fucked to death by scorpions. So.
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, consensually.
Yeah, I mean, Bard and all that, and I know there's healing magic, but still.
So essentially, the vibe, Maya, that you got was that not Johnny told you not to ask about this dude's backstory. He immediately gave you his backstory. Yeah. It's more likely that they don't like the fact that he is constantly telling everyone his backstory. It's very much like the odd duck they need to get out of there. Yeah.
He's in a bunch of people who don't like gods, and there's a half god.
He would probably get along pretty good with some other misfits that you have recruited. So.
Everyone we've recruited is a fully functioning and valuable member of society. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure.
And also completely batshit insane.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
To sail against the strongest, sail against God. Yeah, I would say that's that's fair.
Yeah, but gods are
not only to sail against God, to sail against God who controls the sea that you're sailing on. Like,
yeah, but I mean, we got a special ship. It's all good. It's all gravy. It's all Gucci, baby.
All right. I'm gonna put Harpy Queen's character sheet back into the archives. And where are you guys sailing to next?
That's a good question.
We need to head back and try to convince the King Centaur man that the Leonins are good for him, right?
Okay, so you don't want to leave?
Oh, well, man, right. I guess we were talking about coming back to do that. I feel like that's not.
I smell.
We mentioned that we were gonna give them the time before we come back and do that, because they said they were gonna wait. They're gonna be taking a month to prepare and regather their strength after turning back into centaurs. I don't know if we want to do it now. Or we could do it later. But we may have more.
This is more
information.
getting here again later. Is more days of sailing on both sides of arriving here. I don't know whether, and since nothing's ever in the same spot, it's not like we can be like, well, it's on the way.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and post up this poll.
I take it.
Praxis.
Oh, it's a one vote.
Fuck it, back to Mitros. Yeah, that's great.
That's been the final option on like the last 6 polls. It's just fuck it back to Mitros.
Oh man! All right. Oh no! It's bouncing all over the place. Okay, wait. Oh, okay.
I don't even know, man.
I
don't
feel like
even know.
my heart can't take it. I feel like I'm watching the polls in the last 2 elections. Like, oh my god. Okay.
Oh shit! Well,
All right.
10,
democracy.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're locking it in. Dealing with the Scorpio tribe now. All right. I'm assuming that for this, who you bringing on this team with? Sorry, these 2 are just auto includes. I'm starting to realize. So with Nessa and Telemachus. All right, who are the other 3 people that you're bringing?
I guess we can go back to the Western tribe people.
Oh, Carl shows up because he's supposed.
Do you
he was sent by his people to do
Brianna
this.
with us because we're dealing with royalty?
Oh, he's a king.
Except that he does intimidation, right? And Brianna only does persuasion.
Oh, that's
wait,
true.
Is it on persuasion or is it just any charisma?
I checked. It is specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah, this king is outside of her wheelhouse, but the stories that she's heard, she's curious. She would go if you guys.
I think she was with us last time, right?
No. I think we went. I think we had the usual suspects plus, other locals.
All right. Who will you bring? You got 3 slots here.
I think we need to show a show of strength because he respects strength.
Okay.
Definitely no gods, and then maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
yeah, sure. Testicles, he's strong.
He's a strong man who's strong.
Yeah.
Okay, Testicles, maybe Stavros. I feel like he's like a strong boy.
Yeah, sure. He's got a good hat. So
Gala is a strong lady, but she's also
she's offspring of gods.
Yeah.
One would argue that Julian is offspring of God. So
yeah, but
they don't know that yet.
Got a real pretty mouth.
Oh, okay. That's damn. All right.
I mean, that's basically what he said.
Blazing Ben. I mean, them abs. I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah, but we have to be careful with those abs. I mean, they're like a flashbang.
You could just bring your dog.
Yeah. My poor hyena.
Clearly, we want to bring Thylea.
Okay. Lana will go. That's fine.
Because of all the history she can learn.
All right, sure.
Red.
All right.
Testicles getting some shore time.
Mm-hmm.
You know who would be really good?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Cred really well. Cred would probably fit in really well with.
Oh shit! All right, Falana says she high fives fucking Fred. Or sorry, Cred on the way out. Fred is in a different timeline right now.
It's Fred with a PH, dude.
Yeah. All right, so they high five. Cred Cred and Testicles, they start hyping each other up for the battle that is to come. They're so excited. Like, this is going to be the fight of the century.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. Oof.
All right.
Oh, so Testicles is trying to sack up in advance.
Oh damn!
The
Cred's
battle.
ability is really good.
Who's Cred's ability?
Yeah, when you get hit with a crit, you can use your reaction to crit back.
Yeah, of course. He's amazing.
Look, it's been a while since I've read some of these.
Maybe not, because we're not here to fight, but maybe they're
not gonna.
Well, Maya, be a leader. Explain that to them.
Yeah,
the
so
two up from his workshop.
The words that you're saying are being said over at the same time by Cred and Testicles, but in reverse. Cred's like, dude, obviously, we're only going there so that we can, kill everything. We're the two strongest guys on the boat. And the Testicles is like, yes, of course, this is why we are here. I will prove to them how strong I am, and they will help me save my two brothers. And then the two of them headbutt each other, and they just start flexing.
Hey, I just want to make sure things are clear here. Is that we're not going there to fight them.
Testicles turns to you and says, "I understand. We are not going there to fight. We are going there to win." And he gives you a winning smile.
No. I mean, what we're going there for is to talk, but they do respect strength, and you two are one of the strongest people on this people on our crew. So we would like you to come with us.
Dude, sorry, Queen dude, you understand that we know that, and it's good that you know that, and I understand that you understand that we understand how strong we are, and that's why you need to understand. We know what you want us to do. Violence.
No violence.
They seem just like you could hear the air slowly deflating from them.
So it's more like shows of strength, so like picking up heavy things, and being strong, and intimidating.
Confidence.
Confidence. Yeah, what Sibo said.
Sorry, Stavros forgot his hat. There we go. All right, now he's ready.
I hope.
Oh my god.
All right.
He looks like a combination of like a coal miner and a little Victorian boy.
Alright, so see, I know I voted for Scorpion Tribe, but I'm not sure best course of action. I think honestly it's turning him towards the Hollow World.
I mean, we could just take Nessa and get this over with.
Honestly,
Our two best options for actually dealing with him are Hollow World or taking him out.
I feel like this is another Hyena Tribe situation.
Yeah. Because I want to deal with them, but I don't think we have a favorable way to deal with them at the moment.
I guess the question is, right now they are filled with this. I guess when we go back there, I want to see if we can, Sibo, if you can just take a closer look at the Scorpion King and see if there's anything there that's causing them to be so
Feral?
Rage filled. If there's something that can be removed, I possibly, and this would be, I guess, in character then, talking to Sibo. Taking a look at the Scorpion King Scorpius and trying to see what's there. Maybe we can find some type of sign that's causing this innate rage and hostility. And then I don't like the sound. I really don't like this option, but at some point we will have to go back to the Fates. And with how the Fates are manipulating dragons, I don't know if this is this is the proper way to do it, but if it comes to it, maybe we can make him less aggressive if that's their case. They're being disaggressive because of that. Because it kind of reminds me of the hostilities, the dragons.
You need Sibo to fabricate like a chill pill.
Well, not necessarily that, but just maybe an understanding. If we can figure out what's causing it.
I don't think I think you're on the right track, but I think Nessa made a valid point saying that any solutions trying to utilize magic, like if it's a curse of something that we take away, like a secondary curse, that might not be the solution we need. What if we invite Scorpius to go with us? To see the greater world, to gain a better understanding. Nothing opens up a bigot's eyes better than new experiences and learning that others aren't quite so bad as you may think.
If the case is just bigotry, if that is the case,
well, it's anger,
sure.
it's hatred, it's something. But I mean,
is it?
I mean,
and
it made them violent all the time.
Is this all right? Wild idea here. Is the Stormbreaker big enough to hold all the uncursed?
I mean, we're short crew right now.
We're short 50 crew. What if we get some new sailors, huh?
Oh man. They are all large creatures.
And they were cursed for making boats, so maybe they have some innate knowledge of sailing locked away in there, and they could be taught. And then they'd be a lot hardier than our typical crew, getting nuked from every threat we run across.
I mean, that's not half a bad idea.
And then we wouldn't have to worry about them wiping out the Leonins or the Harpies. More so the Leonins.
That's an elegant suggestion. I like that solution. If we can make it work.
Wipe out the rest of our crew?
At least we're there to moderate it, As opposed the civil wars on the boat versus on the island.
And Julian might have to.
We'll have Nessa
schmooze.
Nessa can work with him,
Yeah. Julian might have to schmooze the king because I feel like this may be a bit of a top-down situation.
Basically, how many? What do we need? We need
chill pills.
Yeah, we need what is it? SSRIs.
Yeah, I guess what Maya's trying to say is that right now we don't know what is causing this innate aggression. If it's just just the lingering effects of this thing, or if there is something, physically or magically or innately making them like this, because there are a few centaurs who aren't, right?
The ones they turn loose.
Mm-hmm.
Set them back.
Is it just their personalities that are making like this, and are we going to try and convince them to change themselves, or is it actually a thing?
An affliction that can be cured.
An affliction that can be cured.
I mean, are you asking me, or are you just asking the room in general?
The room in general.
Okay.
That's the question we need to find out.
I think we should pursue it.
So,
like Andronicus said, if we leave this to simmer and hope to deal with it at a later date, we might not be able to.
Mm-hmm. So, when we go and meet back, if you can, just see if you see anything magical happening there, Sibo.
Yeah, I could put detect magic up and
your halfling eyes.
Yeah, I can do that.
At least for now, our goal here, at least this moment of going back, is to get them to see maybe be less aggressive to the Leonins, and in their shared culture of disregard for the gods might be their the way of joining together.
Then, okay, so yeah. Also, what do we think? Could we reasonably accept all the how many uncursed are there in the angry ones are there?
Oh gosh, your estimation when you were in the caves is there were hundreds of them.
How many can we fit on the Stormbreaker?
50 more.
Yeah,
probably 25.
Well, they're large, so yeah, only about 25 or so.
Ah, damn.
Guess we give up all the crew.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you guys here for now.
Everybody, get the fuck off.
You could go live amongst the centaurs.
Stay away from that island over there.
Maybe we could take the really aggressive ones. 25 of them.
What if we just
It might be a similar thing of when we took the 2 harpies on board.
Yeah, but this time there's 10 times as many.
Mm-hmm.
We should definitely, if we're gonna do this, try to take Scorpius plus whatever, and see if he's the source.
Or maybe we can go out of the angle he sends a small contingent to show what we're capable of on the pretense that he won't wage war until we return. See if we can get more time. We bring him and his
priestess or whatever?
Yeah, his priestess. A couple more of his warriors.
Well, we could set it up like we know that you want to fight the Titans. Like we know that you want to be as much in this battle as you can, and we're the front lines. So we can bring your 25 best warriors with us. But this means best for us doesn't just mean best fighters. It also means those that are best able to control themselves when they need to, and those sorts of things, to where we try to make it to where that's their goal. And the way that they prove themselves to be able to come with us and fight in the fight that they want to fight in is by maintaining peace with the Leonids.
I like that.
One thing to keep in mind too is that once they come on board and they meet Kyra and Pythor, that might be a
that's true.
They can keep it on the DL, you know.
Yeah, they're both so good at that.
Somebody tell Narcissus to put a shawl on or something.
Yeah, what about Narcissus, who literally has followers on the boat? You just built a shrine to a god on your boat.
Those could be explained away, right, Julian?
You're planting a tree of the god on the boat, the capital G god.
Oh my god.
Yes, but I mean, just because we have certain beliefs doesn't mean that we're making them go along with it.
It's a rough outline, but there's a plan there for sure.
My concern with saying we need your best, we're putting caveats on things, and we've already gotten them to come sort of meet us in the middle ground. I think if we can get Scorpius to sort of lead the entourage on board, that'll change things long term for the island. Plus, I don't think they're going to, fuck around and find out without him present.
I think our best bet is to go speak with them, see if we can get them to agree to help with the Lenians, to work with the Lenians, or at least let them be themselves and come to an understanding. And then, once we fulfill our part of the bargain of getting them ships so that we can head out, that's when we have them come aboard. But I don't know if we are in the right position to be able to take them on board and deal with the consequences there.
Yeah, if they turn us down, do we leave it at that?
It's the question. At that point, are either we're going to have to make a choice on who we would rather stay, or just leave it.
Now I really want to change my vote.
Let's go. Let's talk to Scorpius. Let's see if we can't get him to come with us.
All right.
Him and 24 others.
Well,
I think it's
Plan A is trying to see if they'll empathize, or I guess not empathize, but at least work with the Leonins and their shared hatred of gods. Plan B is taking them with us, and then all the while, Sibo's running Plan C, which is seeing if he can magically detect anything about them that could be shifted to We can bring him like some Zoloft or something.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Low Switch had the power to turn them all into aggressive scorpions,
She could
I'm
turn them
surprised
into
she didn't have the
non-aggressive scorpions.
not aggressive centaurs.
Wow.
But I don't think she would do that.
I don't think she would either. Out of all our plans, I think seeking the Lotus Witch's help is probably the most likely
Not an option.
to end in disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good assessment. Yeah.
All right, let's roll into the boat.
All right, so this is the team you're bringing, and you're going to talk to the Scorpion King. Got it. All right. All right, let me change out the music.
I guess on our way traveling there, I will ask the group, like, okay, if the point is to bring them on the ship, is that to what is the goal there?
I mean, I think the goal really is that we just use them to help us fight against their enemies.
Why would we need to bring them on the ship now for that?
Because we are attacked all the time. I feel like they could be basically our ship army. Like they can protect the other sailors when we get into fights.
Okay.
Yeah, there would be no shortage of outlets for their aggression on the ship.
So you return so soon. Why?
Or not.
And then the priestess says, "You bring new strangers, small, fuzzy, handsome man, strong lizard,
Close enough.
funny hat." Stavros looks hurt.
It is kind of a funny hat, Stavros.
What?
It's all right.
I would have put up
It's very
detect
well.
magic via ritual on the way in here, as well. By the way, like.
Oh, okay.
But,
What are you gonna put up? Your
detect magic aura.
Oh, okay. So within 60 feet?
Yeah, I'm confirming. I believe so.
Okay. Their weapons are magical. The ones that are made from their former carapaces.
30 feet.
Okay. So yeah, the weapons that are made from their former scorpion parts, they have evocation magic.
Plan A, Julian.
Right.
Shared hatred with the gods.
Andronicus is going to be the one talking, or?
Alright, who's our representative? Who would have decided this?
So Carl says, but I have composed a melody that would bridge the gap between my people and theirs. It might open the paths, the channels of communication.
How much do you know about these particular tribe of centaurs?
Well, I've been listening intently, and they apparently want to fight everything.
Do you think your ballad could help to bridge the gap?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, I feel like this isn't the worst idea, right?
If it's not Chumbawamba, I'll be mad.
Okay.
Bring us in.
We have met with
There we go.
the Leonin of the island, the lion people that you share this with, along with your other tribe.
Yes, that hate the gods as much as we
just
do.
you do.
Yes.
We bring one of them with us.
To eat.
No. No, we bring one of them with us to show you that their hatred for the gods is just as deep as yours. And he will now...
He is small.
He is.
How can something so small hold hatred enough for gods? And
He's
then
small on the outside, but his hatred receptacles are quite large.
he looks at you and gives you a thumbs up. He takes his dulcimer out of its case. He sets it up.
See if you can get him to come closer. I need him closer.
You can go up there with Siva.
Yeah.
You want me to go up to the Scorpion King by myself?
No.
Yes, nothing bad has ever happened to you while you were by yourself with a very large creature before.
I mean, 30 feet. Like I got to way the fuck up there.
All right.
That's 30 feet. Oh yeah.
Carl cracks his knuckles. He settles the dulcimer in place, and he says, "My southern neighbors, you will hear the hatred that my people harbor for the gods, the so-called divine, those cheaters, those imposters, who expect worship and power without giving anything back, without honoring any sort of reciprocity. Those slothful heathens who must be taught a lesson."
I'd like to insight that. Is he talking about his dad?
Good to your eye. All the fury there. So much soul in one little body.
You see King Scorpius slowly bobbing his head to the music. Meandry the priestess is tapping one of her hoofs. Behind you, you see the scorpion centaurs swaying ever so slightly. You see a slight divine glow start to shine through his hair follicles and whiskers.
Oh no.
But he grits his teeth and he jams out just a little bit more. You can feel generations of hatred and defiance in every sweet, dulcet tone. And then he slowly begins packing his dulcimer back up.
Warren sheds a single tear.
You see King Scorpius, his jaws clenched tight, as depicted in his character art. He nods. Yes, I felt your hatred. What are we to do with it?
The Leonins are your allies. They will be joining us in this war. We ask that you do not wipe them out.
But we wouldn't not give you an outlet for your aggression.
We must train for the battle that is to come.
Exactly.
We must master these forms that we have reclaimed.
And
with your help.
You must master the sea, because how else will you get to the battle?
Ooh, when you say that, they all get a little quieter. Yes.
We we've been talking about this, and we think we've come up with a way that we can do this, that we can satisfy your need.
I understand exactly what you mean. You will give me your ship.
If only we could. But our ship, it's not just wood, it's magically bound to us as well.
Your ship is not made of wood?
It's not only wood.
What else is it made of?
Well, it's made of magic.
Mostly wood, though.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
He looks to Meandry, she looks to him, she nods, checks out. Magic. Yeah. It's like in church school where every answer is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what they ask you in religion class, you just say Jesus and it's the right answer. Yeah.
In Sunday school or youth group, whatever, when I was little, whenever they asked either me or one of my like 4 friends a question, we would say Jesus, God, the Bible, and it was always one of the 3.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like marking down C.
We would say it in a row like that.
It's like marking down C on a multiple choice.
Yeah.
All right, you can blow up Andronicus, our representative here.
All right, get up there, Jesus, God, Bible, take it away.
So, you need a way to train your warriors. You need a way to reintegrate them into the world, and you need a way to learn the sea. We've been talking, and we think we've come up with a way.
I pull on Andronicus' arm.
I walk up a little bit more.
All right, as Sibo, as you get closer, much to your horror, nothing about King Scorpius is magical. That shit's all natural.
Yeah, no way.
I assumed. What about this one?
She has no magical items or ongoing effects currently.
You see? I'm not...
Smack him on the butt. Go ahead.
So,
all right.
We've been thinking of a way to solve this problem, and we think we've come up with something. We would like to present it to you now. On our ship, we have room for 25 Centaur warriors. These warriors would have to be your best and your brightest and your most in control. We could bring these 25 with us, and they could get a head start fighting in the front line of the battle against the gods.
Head start! Yes.
We could, time to time, return here and rotate out the 25 warriors that are accompanying us.
No,
just keep the same 25?
Yes.
So that they can become your commanders.
If they were the best to begin, then they will stay the best.
And
or
they
were never the best
in
the first place.
Wise. So these 25, they can become the core of your anti-Titan army. They can come back, they can teach your rest of your people everything that they've learned. And they can show you how to best fight the Titans in these times.
Oh, man. Meandry's nodding her head. She says, I like the words that you say, Fishman.
Thank you.
This crew kills many, often.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tell me 3 best kills.
Oh.
Shark?
Bear Queen.
Well, the 3 best.
Down in the Nether Seas. Down in the Nether Seas, ears start burning. Down in the Nether Seas, ears start burning.
I think the most relevant to this would be the 3 times we fought and destroyed Side-Night warships. Right?
Bear Queen.
We've also fought various legendary monsters, but I think most relevant to your fight would be the 3 times.
So many Titans. have you killed?
There are only 2 Titans left.
Leave it at that.
Just.
And
We've
he
been
says,
at this for roughly a year.
yes, as you said before, betrayed by Sidon, Lutheria.
We have killed and fought their offspring.
Offspring.
Indeed.
Children of the gods?
Indeed.
Oh man, you see all his muscles begin uncomfortably flexing and squirming, and he just looks like he's gonna take a shit. He's so angry.
Many of these children they have put in charge of various parts of their armies. We've humiliated several of them multiple times.
Yes, all children of the gods must be made to suffer.
Yes, all children of the Titans that fight to continue their reign.
No, all gods! All gods! Julian, you feel Carl put a hand on your leg. The hand is trembling. I will go with you. I will take 24 of my strongest, best. We will help you find half-breeds and destroy them. We will help you find Titans and destroy them.
You're pretty big, so you make it 23.
I'm not sure.
And he points to his nose and he says, and don't think we don't know how to weed them out.
I am sure that you do, but won't someone need to stay here on this island to lead your people? Perhaps you take the most fervent of your warriors that wish to pursue this particular vendetta.
You said only the best could go.
Ah, yes, no, the best.
I am the best.
That is without doubt.
Then it is settled. I will choose 24, and we will go with you to purge this world of all god-blooded creatures.
It's just such a shame that if you come with us, you won't be here to lead a strike force into the Hollow World.
Wait, the what?
I just, if you're not here, I guess it's not worth talking about.
Meandry says, the Hollow World. The way you say it makes it sound ominous and dangerous. Tell us more.
I mean, it is, but...
No, we can hear it. Tell us.
Oh, well, we were informed by your new Leonin allies that there is a portal into the Hollow World on this island, and of course, some of your
Hollow World?
Oh well, it's the realm that Lutheria is connected to,
more or less.
Wait, we can reach Nether Seas through Hollow World?
If
Fight!
You go far enough.
God of Death?
If you go deep enough.
Oh man, they start looking at each other like, hell yeah. Alright.
Now, of course, only your most fervent warriors, those who are most dedicated to this cause of destroying all gods.
Yes.
Only those warriors would be fit to go to the Hollow Worlds. You could send 25 others with us, those that you wish to train up in this realm's combat.
Yeah, I see. You think if we want to heal death itself, I should keep strongest with me, but
most fervors, yes.
Use your resources to train my weakest fighters.
I mean,
The
honestly,
strongest
it's not
here.
a terrible idea.
Yes, you may have my 25 worst centaurs, and I will lead the rest into this hollow world. When we are bathing in the blood of death herself, you may call for us and we will rise from the underworld to run down all who oppose us.
That sounds like a good plan.
I will conquer death, and none shall die. Even those who fall to me in battle will rise again. Endless defeat, endless victory. Thank you, Fishman.
Of course, we'll have to consult with the Leonin.
He
find the
rises
exact
from his throne, and it shifts ominously as if it's secretly still alive. And he walks up to you and says, "When I am crushing the throat of death herself beneath my hoof, I will remember this kindness, this great secret you shared with me."
I'm honored.
What is your name? I will never forget it.
I am Andronicus of Mitros.
A few minutes later.
Fine. He says, Meandri, go. Give them the 25 weakest of our tribe. They must train on the seas with these heroes.
Should she perhaps come along to know when they've trained enough to return? Sort of as an overseer, if you intend to venture into the hollow world.
He says, no, I need my best to confront death. Meandri is the second best of my people.
Right.
Okay. She trots off to find the 25 weakest centaurs.
I'll give the update that there was nothing magical.
See,
he's just an angry dude.
He's just very angry.
He's very angry.
It's a +3 and she's still got a 9. That's a roll like I would make.
I don't even know why she rolled an intelligence check, honestly. I was just moving around the map. Okay.
We're about to get some of the strongest accidentally.
Yeah, right. Ones that, like, here there's a chance to get away from this psychopath.
Yeah. I am so weak.
Yeah.
There must be sense.
They lift over to try to pick up like a pebble and like, it's too heavy.
It's like the strongest will go with me to fight death. And the weakest, you gotta go with these guys on their nice boat.
On a vacation.
So you guys end up with the 25 smartest centaurs.
Yes, I'm down for that, actually.
Yeah. All right. So the work exchange program is set up. Carl reveals to him the location of the entrance to the Hollow World. He runs back to you guys. You can tell that he's definitely feeling some pressure here. Definitely feeling a little stress.
You did good, Carl, with your performance.
Probably write a song about that pressure you're under.
Yes. Like it's pushing down on him.
I get it, but he really just only got this one song, so.
Well, you can find a queen to help you as well, probably.
He starts up again nervously.
But it's so good.
It really is.
I feel like you could probably play that under pressure and it would still somehow work. So, see.
It's the intent.
Now I'm deadly curious. Is the song called Under Pressure?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, by David Bowie, though. It's David Bowie.
Nobody bard chord this thing? This is ridiculous.
Nobody's bard? What?
I mean, it's Queen. It's you don't really necessarily need to bardcore it. I think it's more of, I don't know.
You can kind of just get the instrumental and then vibe with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got instrumental. All right, hold on.
Yeah, there's
See,
a karaoke.
That way you can have copyright claims from both the Ice Ice Baby and Under Pressure crew.
David Bowie, Queen. And
No.
Van Winkle.
Ice Ice Baby, they lost. Vanilla Ice lost that one.
You think they're gonna let it go that easy? These are the wars.
He did. He switched to grunge like right after. He completely gave up. It works.
It's kind of working, yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's incredible.
Like Giles' theme.
Stop.
I'm switching my
Sorry.
ringtone immediately. So, all right. So it seems that you did a last minute pivot there. I mean, that's good diplomacy, I guess.
Yeah.
Androcus, were you looking down the timeline and
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, this might work out well for a little bit. This is not gonna end well. Well, I was also just looking like, oh, we bring King Scorpius onto our boat, and immediately there are multiple children of gods, multiple gods.
Yeah.
I mean, the fight between him and Yala would be pretty rad.
Yeah.
That would be really cool, but
I think this is the best hit.
I think we got to the boat and then we fought King Scorpius. Is how this was gonna go.
It's crazy that giving him the directions, the roadmap to literal death is probably the best option for this guy.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of what he wants. Like this'll work out well for him.
I like that we're saying this right here.
No, this is all implied.
I know. Okay.
I'm assuming this is on the walk back to the ship.
Yeah, we're just kind of Warren's got his hands up behind his head, like, ooh, they're all going to die, but it's what they want. So,
does this mean that Luthir is going to have a lot of more angry centaurs in her?
Oh man, the internet never disappoints. So there you go.
oh my god.
Smart centaur.
That picture reminds me of Richard Ayoade, which makes me think of the Fable trailer with him as the giant.
Did you type in like nerd centaurs or something like that?
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
If the Island guy isn't one of the tokens for the Centaur warriors we get, I swear.
Noah's really putting his business out there. Oh my goodness. Yikes. Buddy.
We're on Twitch, you can't put that.
Yeah.
He's part zebra, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually really cool then.
Is that a zebra?
Okapi.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
What about the tail?
Obscure. Let's see. All right. I think I've already exhausted all the. Nope. There's more.
At least there are no more. What was it from Skull and Strike? The ponies?
Oh god.
The ponies? Oh man. Yeah. Let's see.
They were so cursed.
I feel like. Oh yeah, this is definitely a nerdy centaur. A little too regal though. I don't know if I want to introduce this into the game. So
you can be nerdy and regal.
Outlaws of Alkenstar, anyone?
Oh, very cool. I think they're going to be a playable in the new book, actually.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one's definitely nerdy.
The ones with like the human clothes on the upper half. That's fucking me up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I've seen this one right here. I'm like, I don't know, it's just something doesn't seem right.
I was talking about. Seems all right to me.
No, the really messed up ones are the ones where they do a centaur, but it's got human legs for the horse legs. That's when it starts. Yeah.
Hey, Crash,
That's
just
horrifying.
nay on that idea.
Nice. That's where you start to stray from God. Is when you've got
I'd
the.
be weirded out if there were clothes on the back half. That would be the only part that would weird me out.
They're wearing pants.
I don't know.
But only on the back legs.
I feel like this particular one, where Twilight Sparkle, this is fucking Dungeons and Dragons, where Twilight Sparkle is wearing this pleated skirt, but then all of her centaur parts are showing. Suddenly, it becomes lewd. Like when Donald Duck has his shirt on, it's fine, but when his shirt's gone, he has to cover his genitals, which are hidden inside his cloaca. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but she can cover everything by her tail, so ultimately it's fine.
I just feel like it's deliberately drawing attention to the fact that she's naked, when if she was just naked, it wouldn't really be a big deal. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
Come off it, Sibo. It makes a lot of horse sense.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad that we have some good token art for your new crew. So. Fantastic. Okay. Then you guys take your 25 nerds and you head back to the ship.
Yep.
Which are still stronger than our normal ilk.
Yeah, I think the lowest strength the centaur has in this campaign setting is 18. So, because they have a 1,500-pound body to move around, so they kind of have to be strong. All right. So you head back to the ship, but then you got to go pick up your bears.
Yep.
Okay.
Pick up bears, head back to ship.
All right. So, with your 25 nerd centaurs who are in for a big shock, one, the ship's full of gods. There's a fucking shrine on the boat. And you're just having them row. They don't actually get to kill anybody.
I mean, they get to. Just not right now.
Okay. All right. So, how do you explain to these 25 nerdy centaurs that have escaped having to go to hell the situation on the boat?
Well, these centaurs have been. I guess the question is, how many of these centaurs were part of the group that turned to scorpions before everything had changed? And how many of these people know about the five and the Pact of Peace and all that stuff that has happened?
Oh, good point. Yeah, I would say that if they truly are quote unquote weak by the king standards, it probably means that they weren't scorpions very long. So they've probably only been out of the loop for anywhere between 1 to 100 years.
Okay.
So they would be aware of mostly recent events. Yeah.
We tell them, it's even worse than a god, a titan. Titans are kind of like the gods of gods. The gods that we have on board the ship, they hate gods so much they hate the titans, and that's what we're working against. It's the titans.
Oh yeah, Kyra sees where you're going, and she says, "Listen, unironically, not lying to you, my brother and I, we hate ourselves.
Yeah,
like the self, it's real bad.
Yeah, honestly, we just have him hang out with Pythor for a little bit.
Yala, do you hate yourself?" And Yala looks over and says, "No, I'm fucking awesome."
She's a bad example.
Kyra says, "I mean, but that's a Titan. So, you see the problem? See the problem? Yeah. We keep her around to study the enemy." And all 25 of them take out their pieces of slate. They start scratching notes onto their pieces of slate. Because they're all nerds.
I have an abacus for each of them.
Oh, shit. All right, well, you know what? They put aside their religious and cultural beliefs for the free abacus. All right. You got away with centaurs, man. Okay. So each centaur has the rowing capacity, might I say, the horsepower, of two rowers. So
nice.
Even though they eat a lot more and they shit a lot more than two people, they will count as 2 crew members apiece.
Are they herbivores? Omnivores?
So centaurs are omnivores in this campaign setting. The centaurs of ancient Greek myth, I believe, were man-eaters.
Yeah, they are pretty carnivorous.
Yeah.
And they were eating other centaurs.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I was wondering that if that was like out of necessity because it wasn't really much to eat on.
No, that was more of like, I don't know. I think it was sort of like the Greek othering and storytelling because like Hercules is like his fight against the centaurs. Like that was part of the reason why he ultimately died. It's like they figured out like the last centaur figured out a way to make him go mad and kill himself.
Like a
Wow.
Taco Bell.
Spoilers, but okay.
Spoilers.
The story's only been out for 3,000 years. Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's why I have hashtag Hercules as one of my filters on Twitter. It's because I don't want to find out what the ending.
Don't know what.
Yeah, because Twitter at this point is just such a great repository of knowledge.
Oh wow! Somebody went and made all of the look at this. Made all of the My Little Ponies into really cool looking centaurs. Oh shit! That's pretty neat.
I'm getting some serious Fantasia vibes off this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. So the question now is, where will you go next?
Themis, right?
Themis.
Nice.
All right.
All right. We've got an actual heading.
I need a poll that just says
I need a
Themis,
No,
and
no,
then
no,
fuck it back to Mitros.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you fuck it back to Meech, that's my favorite option.
All right, fine. Let's see.
No, don't give me the.
no,
I think
No,
we're,
don't worry
gonna,
about it.
We're
It's
all
just-
gonna click Themis, but
Oh, but no.
Are we? Could you
Except-
put
except
Praxis
for
on
Sibo.
there also?
Oren's actually thinking about going back to Mitros.
You gotta add Praxis to it also.
I mean, it is Father's Day after all.
Yep.
It's true.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
But size and Mitros.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah,
Praxis.
but Julian actually has a decent relationship with his father.
Yeah, so you want to go give him a high five, Father's. Androcles is in Themis. Oh, no, he's on the boat
All right.
actually. Isn't he?
Typhon,
All right.
what island is Typhon? Is that
And
the
for
one
you,
that's
and
all
for
the
you,
big
and for you,
monsters?
Maya, we will allow multiple votes. Here you go.
Wait, what's the difference between Themis and the Isle of Themis? Oh, I see.
That's the joke.
Wait, is Maya's homeland Themis or is Maya's homeland the Old Wood in Mitros?
I
Ooh.
believe Homeland is your birthplace.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm okay with my votes.
Okay. All right. 2 votes for Mitros. Guess we're heading back to Mitros. Only 16 votes for Themis. So, all right.
That's weighted voting for you.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, what's the Electoral College think about this?
God damn.
Those
not a dad- it's not a dad-
are
it's not a
super
dad joke.
players.
It's not a dad
That's
joke,
just a sad
but
joke.
It was a good joke. It was a good joke.
No, a sad joke. That was a dad joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Let's see. So you're within the Great Sea, or sorry, the Cerulean Sea. So this should be relatively manageable. Let's see. Okay, sailing. We gotta put on the sailing music.
Obviously, we find the Kraken day 1 so that the Centaurs can fight.
It's always exciting to go into my notes document and there's other people using the notes document. I was like, that's kind of neat. Kind of neat. All right, let's see.
Wait, who else is using the note doc?
I don't know. There's just Anonymous Coyote is currently using him. So
Probably you're one of your patrons.
yeah, maybe. It's neat.
Also
All right.
Share it on the Discord also.
Yeah, but I mean, like I have my notes out there for other
Yeah.
Odyssey
Yeah,
groups to
Odyssey,
use and stuff.
the
Yeah.
Odyssey Discord.
Yeah. But let's see. I mean, the editing is so bad. Like the layout. I don't know. I don't know how they discern any useful information from them, but it's still kind of neat. It's still kind of neat. Aw,
It's a labor
thanks,
of
buddy.
love.
Let's see. All right, travel by sea in the inner sea. Looks like it's going to take you 3 days. Okay.
say anonymous Ari is just gonna immediately tell you it's me.
Every now and then, I'll see like just your comment and not that you made the comment, and I'll just be like, "Man, whoever that is," and then I'll be like, "Oh, it's you." Okay. Let's see. All right, that's a weird encounter. Okay. All right, on the third day of travel, as you get closer to Themis, hundreds of seabirds start landing on the deck.
Still have Speak with Animals prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, ask him what's up.
I guess so.
All right. So you're gonna cast Speak with Animals and ask this collective. Okay.
Mate.
I'm ready for that.
Oh no. All right. Let's see. As fun as that would be. Hold on.
Julian ready's a fireball.
Oh my god.
I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken, y'all.
Damn. Okay.
Bring the centaurs up here. Tell them this is the biggest fight we've ever had at sea.
All right. So as you cast it, all of the birds all turn to look at you all at once, Maya, and they say to you, in a single voice, the Lord of Storms watches and waits. You are already marked for death by his ire, but now you have taken aboard this desecrated vessel, the most godless of beings. We know a Leonin is on this ship.
Fucking goddamn it. Everybody looks to Carl.
Prepare for every journey you make to be the most challenging, the most testing of your abilities. You fight God himself now. And then they fly off.
Hit it, Carl.
They said a storm's coming.
Carl walks up onto the deck and says, "What's up, everybody? It's a nice day, huh? Why is there bird shit everywhere?"
Seagulls.
Oh, okay.
Basically the sea rats of the world.
Oh.
Hey, can we have a
hero huddle?
A hop huddle in the.
Yeah. All right. Where do I go? I'm ready.
It would just be for us for right now, Carl. I'll call you. We'll call you in if something comes up.
Okay. All right. You want me to just play some music on the other side of the door?
Sure.
He's already playing it.
This is rapidly becoming like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. We hear that on the other side of a door. We're afraid he's going to break through with an axe.
So, I believe from what I heard from the seagulls, it seems like they were sent to us by Sidon. He's very upset with us even more now that we've brought along a Leonin on ship. He said he's gonna make everything even worse.
You should have said something, Maya. I could have cooked all those birds, and then we could have really told him where to stick it.
Well,
I think the birds were saying it though, right? I think the Sidon was saying
I believe the birds are not him. They were birds that he was using to speak through. We would just end up killing a bunch of.
No, I understand that, but then we could have like.
Birds.
You know, sent a return message and gotten a bunch of food and whatnot.
Yeah, we weren't going to improve our Sidon relations anytime soon, so.
Yeah, so it's just a matter. I think we're now a major target now. before he was kind of ignoring us.
Just one little Leon in a board, and Sidon turns into a big pussy.
I feel like this is a dad joke, but it's like a dad that maybe drinks too early after he gets off of work.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's not too much. It's not too early.
Yeah, he's
you
7.
Didn't say fucking pussy.
Yeah,
You just said pussy.
he's 7 Coors Light
Well-
deep after mowing the lawn.
I suppose that begs the question: if we brought, Maenads on board, would that really get his goat going?
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay.
We've already got Moxena, so we know Sidon's a snake.
Okay.
It's going downhill.
Alright, I mean,
Oh
it's
wait,
dad
wait,
jokes,
what,
right?
what would you call a Leonin with 8 legs?
I don't know what.
An octopus.
Oh no.
No.
Alright,
That
get that encounter table out. Let's go.
that fell flat.
Are we there yet?
Oh my god.
Like,
Yes, get out.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really turn Carl away, so.
Okay. Well,
I mean-
I'm not saying anything about taking. I'm just letting you guys know that we got to be more on our guard now.
I think we should have the centaurs we brought aboard start training so that they can man the rigging and the sails on the ship's deck when we go into combat. I think they're the best equipped to handle what we'll be fighting.
All right. Well, I think we're good to go.
All right.
Nope. Okay. All right.
Oh.
You guys come out of the room. He stops playing. He says, "Was it a good meeting?"
It was good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you don't need me, I'm just gonna go fishing with my dad.
Just yeah, sure. That seems good. Just
Hey.
Stay close
Hey,
to your dad.
guys, and Queen Maya, thank you for giving me the courage to leave my island and see the world, and maybe even let some forgiveness into my heart. I hope someday that I can travel home and tell the other Leonids that maybe, not all gods are bad.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, and he rushes off.
Once he's out of earshot, we're gonna say if he dies, we can reincarnate him, and then maybe he won't come back as a Leon. And
All right, Maya, who are you bringing with you to the island? Are you worried that it's gonna get like messy, or do you think this is just a real quick drop off?
This is for us to make sure they know that I've gotten the rock.
Huh?
Bring it over. Complete my quest and just check in and see how things are going.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's just a quick check-in, I mean, you don't need to bring any men with you.
Yeah. Who you bringing? It's for your check-in.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see here. I guess I'll bring Yala
Okay.
for sure.
I mean, bring Nessa.
Yeah. Make sure
Okay.
there's no aggression at
Okay.
all. But I've established that you guys are part of this, so I'll also bring my dad.
Okay. Okay.
And let me see here. Let me check the
Oh,
team.
Dad's so handsome.
Moxena for sure.
Okay.
And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. One more.
As a wizard, you have to get busy casting shield or get busy dying.
I guess since Moxena is coming, we'll bring Heliodora as well.
Okay. All right. That's a fine B team. And then you're gonna bring your.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
part of Hop.
Oh, okay. All right.
Julian gets exasperated again because he was just getting into a groove again, working on the songbow. It's like every time I hit my stride, I get dragged away from this.
I mean, you don't have to come if you don't want to, Julian.
No. I'll come. Part of the team. I'll be a team player.
Okay.
Just since he's got dragged into it, it's just like it's
Right.
now become a thing for him.
Maya, you see a very, very tall, red-headed Amazon kind of walking past you down the gangplank towards Themis.
Auntie, what do you think you're doing?
Pythora looks around, points to themselves like, me?
Yes.
Shore leave?
You don't want to spend time on board, bonding with your son?
I think Carl was looking for fishing.
Carl's like in his dress and like, looks pregnant.
Well, I mean, because like you see Carl, Carla, wink, run to catch up with Pythora.
Alright, well, we can bond.
Oh shit! That's gonna end in disaster.
Maya, should we be putting on disguises?
No.
Alright.
Right. So I guess the first thing is to head back and then try and get in contact with Calliste and see if we can set up an area for me to put the rock down.
All right, yeah. I mean, you're the queen, so they make accommodations at Kalendos for you guys to bring this massive ass battleship in, and then body of the rock that has it been preserved magically, or has it just been kind of like, have you just been sailing with a giant dead chicken on the?
I don't think I think we like turned it in. We harvested it while we were there.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I think we just made sure we kept all the rations. I don't know if we actually kept the body.
So what evidence do you have of the defeat of the? Oh, the egg. Okay, got it. Okay.
Beak, like the really big beak, like a Jaws.
Oh yeah, I guess we can keep the skull.
I mean, you could keep
Okay, the skull. Okay, that's dope.
skull.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Maya, if we didn't have proper evidence, we really would have been between a rock and a hard place on this one.
Ah, damn.
Well, the request was to grab the egg. The egg is, and having the egg is the proof.
Okay.
But also having this the skull here is probably going to
This
be
dope skull.
entertaining.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Let's see.
A heady victory.
I mean, the Scorpion King and the Rock in the same session. It's just...
Almost like we're returning to an adventure of sorts.
This could be fun. Nah. Hold on. All right. So, yeah, Maya, as you arrive, you, I guess, where do you want the people to gather for your announcement?
I guess the palace is still there, but I don't know how I think we had. If I remember correctly, the way I set it up was the palace was supposed to be a place where all the tribes gather. It's not supposed to be like the queen's palace anymore. It's just an area where all the tribes gather. So I'll probably head up there and let everybody know that, you know, when we're on our way getting there, maybe a few days, let them know I'm coming and that we're gonna have a meeting at the former palace.
Oh, okay.
Let the tribes know the other tribes know that we're going to be there. I have completed my quest. The rock egg is being brought to Themis.
Okay. All right. I will go ahead and advance the calendar a few days then. 3 for the journey, and then we'll say 2 days to get all this set up. All right. So everyone meets at the palace, the leaders of the different tribes of the island. So far, it doesn't seem that anything has changed culturally. There are no men present except for servants who do not speak or, make eye contact with anyone. And the woman that you put in charge, Clemene, kind of make sure that everyone has arrived, and then she sort of turns to you and says, "My queen, this is your moment. What will you show and tell the people?"
I mean, Sisters of Themis. The last time I was here, well, I guess the time before that, I was put on a quest to go to the area of the rock and return with an egg. One to show, prove the strength that I've talked about prior, and as well as to establish my Brothers of Amazon. So I come to return with my quest completed, and then I'll turn and see X for the egg to be brought in and place it in the center.
There's a murmur from the crowd.
When we arrived, and if you give me a moment, I'll tell you the tale or the story of how we attained it. As the last time I was here, we went through and killed the sand hydra in the Fang. We used its body as bait to bring the rock away from its eyrie. When we arrived, we saw that there was 2 of them. A mother and father rock. They even had children. Young. There were still some eggs left as well. We were the lure one of the male rock away from the nest. That's its skull. It's what's is right there. And while it was distracted, fighting, we were able to take the other egg from the other one, from the mother. One thing I want to say, though, is that the 2 creatures there, they were raising their young, and it's a very interesting creature, the rocks. They're very large, but they are very animalistic. And as a druid, someone who grew up in the old wood and has been around many animals and seen the way they work, the way nature has made them, how Thylea has shaped them. I did not want to stop that forever. Kill both of them. Take all their eggs. They're still young. The young will grow. The mother's still there. She will tend her young. We do have 1 egg here, and I plan to have this rock raised and be a guardian for Themis.
Yeah, the assembled women, ... and men, they sort of quietly sort of huzzah, but it's almost as if they could sort of sense a bit of sadness and regret as you sort of speak of the battle against the rock. Everyone, even Hatria, who has been a sort of, challenger of your claim to the throne, acknowledge that to best such a creature bespeaks tremendous strength and cunning.
Okay. Well, as many of you know, before I even became Queen of Themis, I was on a quest to keep the peace on Thylea, to make sure that we survive, that Sidon's war does not destroy us. And so I plan to keep that and maintain that quest. And now, I hope, and then she'll pause for a second and look at each tribe, that all of my sisters will stand there with me.
And when you say that, all at once, there is a great and uproarious cheer, and you feel it wash over you, and you know that now you truly command the heart of Themis. And you are the first, I believe the first, to complete their epic path.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, awesome.
Does she evolve again?
She becomes Lutheria.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
Shit.
Hold on. I'm checking. Defeat the usurpers. Check. Prove yourself worthy to rule through a trial of strength. Check. There's a third thing. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll have Hatcher deliver the news to you. And she says, Maya of the Old Wood, Darien that once was Queen of Themis. You have defeated the usurpers, the false queens. You have proven yourself worthy to rule through a trial of strength. But have you reclaimed the symbol of your family's rule? And there's a murmur that goes through the crowd. And then Clemente, she kind of raises her hands and sort of get calm your shit
Simmer
down.
yeah.
Yeah, simmer down sort of thing. And then she says, such a thing does not need to be done. That great artifact of power, it was lost long ago. Even Maya, Darien who was, even her mother did not possess this object. There's a murmur through the crowd. And then Hatria says, yes, but if this queen is to lead us into battle against the gods themselves, should she not wield the ancient chakram? And then Clemente looks at you, Maya, as if to say, I don't know, Maya, do you want to do this? Should I stop him?
She'll give Clemente a look of I understanding. I'll yes. Patria. Okay. As you can tell, I did not grow up in Themis. I grew up in the Old Wood. So, please, inform me. Do you know where this symbol is? Where this chakram is? If not, then I guess that is something I must need to find as well.
Okay. She looks to you, and she says, "I speak of Fengari's sorrow, a chakram made from the fallen tears of the moon. I speak of the weapon capable of bringing death to any, even the gods themselves."
Maya's gonna take her chakram, her moon chakram, and says, "A tear from Fengari. When we were traveling on the ship, there was a large silverish metal coral. From my understanding, and speaking with the intellectuals that were on our ship, it was something like a star metal that fell from the sky. It was kind of described as a tear of Fengari. I have since turned that metal into this chakram here."
Oh,
now,
shit. So there's kind of a gasp to the crowd.
This has been... I've tuned it with the magic the druidic magic that I use, and it has helped me in my ability to heal and help. It's also strengthened my magic. Now, if there's another one out there...
Oh, when you say that,
a sister.
Clemene nods, and she says, "Were you to find the original, your moon chakram, wielded alongside Fengari's sorrow of old, Queen Maya that is, and Darien that was." And Hatria says, "The weapon was lost when an ancient queen took it with her to the underworld to try and win back the soul of her life mate. She and the weapon never returned."
Well, then I know where I need to search.
All right. Hatria nods to you in respect, and she says, "You are my queen. I acknowledge that. Your leadership, your wisdom is great. I want only what is best for you, my queen. I want to see you well equipped to face our great enemy."
Thank you, sister. She'll address the rest of the tribes and says, "Everybody, this egg here is gonna once hatch into something that's going to be the guardian of all of us. So we must all work together to raise it. Make sure it knows the griffin. Make sure it knows the rhino. Make sure it knows the eagle. Make sure it knows the kraken. Make sure it knows all of Themis.
There is another huzzah, another exaltation of strength, and members of the eagle and griffin tribe volunteer to bring the egg all the way through the hatching and raise the creature that is born.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any other business here on Themis?
I don't. I don't think so.
Gotta pick up Aspa too, right?
No, we already picked up Aspa 2.
We got her, nice.
Yeah, we got her last time we left.
I think we're good.
I guess one thing I would want to do is probably plant. I don't know if I have. I don't think I've ever planted a cutting here.
Okay.
So I think I would want to, spend a couple days, the day or two, to plant a cutting and then all night plant growth it so it can grow into a tree.
Sounds good. Here at the palace, you want to do that, or?
I think I would probably do it, probably outside the palace, where it's like maybe at the base at the bottom, where there's like a lot of sun and it can get a lot of, not inside of a building, Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Right. This way, if I ever need to return to Themis, I can just find another tree.
So, the question now would be, where do you go next?
This is the big question now.
Yeah.
We have Helios, Island of the Dragon.
Oh, here, I'll take you back to the wider world here, so you can.
Praxis, back to the Fates. I guess we've dealt with the spring wind, so that's done. But yeah.
I think learning more about the Temple of Helios could be a good.
Or we can, we can always go back to Mitros. I mean, honestly, you probably should stop by the Mithril Forge and get battlements and stuff like that on the ship.
Yeah, get it all outfitted out. That probably be smart. Depending on how long that would take, we could stop by the forge and then walk to Mitros, and/or cart to Mitros. Do some stuff at Mitros and go back.
Does Sibo still have connection? A book connection to Valis?
Yes.
I wonder if there's if possible, maybe set up trade relationships with Mitros with Themis. Just to get Themis on board with Mitros and relationships there going.
You're pretty good.
Hi. So then the goal is to chart a course for the mainland, sail up into the secret back door of the Mythic Forge, get the ship hooked up with some siege weapons and like better armor? Question mark? Like better like defenses?
Yeah, because our ship has gotten beat up really easily whenever we come up with stuff that attacks ships.
And
Some more defenses, I guess.
And fiscally, you're gonna have the money to cover this, or you kind of just hoping that like, you gotta hope that Vulcan's like, you're doing great, kids, and then he's like, sure, 50,000 gold worth of enhancements, no problem.
What's our money looking like?
Oh fuck.
That good, huh?
I mean, is it good?
I've got an idea. Perhaps we go and meet with Hexia.
She's pretty rich.
Got a lot of money.
True.
I think that the last time we actually got money was a long fucking time ago.
Was when?
A long time ago. Like Chimera Queen, long time ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I mean, have you spent it since then?
With all the shore leave we fucking have.
Yeah.
That shit quick.
Okay.
We actually haven't had a lot of shore leave because we've been like places that didn't have shore leave.
Which means we owe a lot more shore leave.
Yeah. I mean, we did lose half the crew though, so that's half the crew. That's
Look at the savings.
We didn't profit the centaur shit.
Yeah,
So
we didn't.
Oh yeah, that's true. They're here on a work-study program.
Yeah.
Interns.
Yeah, they should be honestly paying us for this opportunity. Looks great on their
Wow.
resume.
Man, that's stuff we probably have to figure out. But okay, I guess the question is, do we head back and try and outfit the ship and then figure out money, or do we maybe just go to Island of the Dragon, talk to Hexia? Maybe we can, I don't know what's gonna happen when we go there.
What is our goal?
If we come out of
Hexia?
Yeah, I guess that's the question. Like, what's our goal on any of these islands all the islands that we have left? By going there.
We have 10k gold. We have 10k gold.
Kyra butts in, and she says, "Oh, I hear you're having money issues." What? I eavesdrop. I hear you have money issues.
Are you coming to tell us that you're going to pay us for that last instrument?
Oh yeah, here's 500 drachmae. So, all right, that's not gonna help your money issues. But you know it is. Hexia, she's super rich. The richest dragon of all time. So rich. So, here's the thing though. I don't want you to kill her. I want you to get her and Pi back together.
Why?
Why not?
It seems like they have kind of a toxic thing going on with her killing her.
I thought you said that they were really bad.
But you guys could you guys could solve any problem, right?
Rehabilitate her. You know why they had the original falling out. I think it might be time for us to talk to Pythor.
Oh. That's sort of complicated at this juncture to discuss. Do you need to know that to solve the problem?
Probably, yeah. Most
Or
likely.
just frowns.
Usually that's how we solve problems.
I thought you could just kind of throw something together. I don't know.
Well, usually we need something to throw, so.
Okay. Okay. Shoot. Is there a way I could explain it? Okay. So, you know that we are friends with the Dragonlords.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel wrong not having Pythor. I don't know if you should tell us his details if he's not comfortable with it.
Oh, this is what's best for him. So, when you really love someone, you go behind their back.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lay it on
All
us.
right. Okay, so we, the five gods, we were called upon to come and help save the settlers of this world, because the Dragonlords just couldn't get it done. If you know what I'm saying. And so we did, and I mean, we didn't really get it done. Looking back, we kind of got it put on hold, but that's pretty good compared to losing. So, anyways, it was during that time that Pi and Hexia fell deeply in love, and they got married actually, but when the Pact of Peace came, they broke up, and it was bad. And
we didn't know the cause of their
right.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking she can't tell us because it might have to do something with the Pact of Peace.
Is that it?
Yes.
Would Pythor be able to tell us or no?
No.
I'm wondering if, from what we understood, it seems like the Titans have been really interested in dragons. Were dragons involved in the Pact of Peace?
Well, I mean, Hexia was there.
All the Dragonlords had mounts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because since then there's been a lot of, I mean, at least I guess recently now, there's been a lot of dragons, and they all been modified by the Fates. I wonder if maybe that had something to do with in order to stay it off, they had to get dragons too. Because at that time, I think, from what we understood at that time, only the Dragonlords had dragons.
That's true. Well, I wouldn't say that they had dragons. The Dragonlords, some of them were dragons. Dragons aren't things that you own. They're their own thing.
Well, I mean, on their side, dragons on their side.
Right,
had
right.
dragons on their side.
Right.
Therefore,
Okay.
I almost opened a whole diplomatic can of worms.
Suffice to say, Hexia wanted something that could not be arranged, and Pi had to follow through on something that he had to go down a path that she could not follow. And she never forgave Pi for leaving her to walk down that path.
If no one tells us, the only person that's going to tell us is Hexia in a fit of rage, and that won't go well for anyone. We need to know what's happening.
If Kyra tells us she'll be breaking the pact, though, have the Furies on her, or worse.
Does it matter?
Can you tell us where we can find this information that isn't Hexia?
I can tell you when.
Sidon knows. Go ask him.
Okay, when?
Soon.
Are you allowed to reveal knowledge of the Pact of Peace after it ends?
Yes. I will tell you everything.
In that case, I think we go to the Isle of Helios. If we broach the subject of Pythor and Hexia without knowledge of what actually transpired, I don't know how we can seek to reconcile them.
Well, I mean, if you just want to get a lot of money, you could just kill Helios.
Helios?
Yeah, he's rich.
I don't think we're in the business.
We're not just gonna kill people so we can take their money, Kyra.
I know, it was a test, jeez.
Yeah. It would be good to meet with this Helios.
Also, I guess I don't know if anybody's ever told us, but like, what is Helios' relationship with because there were the 5, and then we found them. Then there was Narcissus, who's the 6th, and then now there's Helios.
Well, I mean,
Is a set.
Well, there's lots of gods, right? Like Fengari, the moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like Verces was, sort of a god in her own way. A lot of Amazons worship Yala. She's a god in her own way. There's lots of gods.
Does Fengari have a physical form?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
What Helios does, for sure.
We have seen it if you look up at night.
Oh yeah.
So is Helios just the sun then?
No, he's like a big gold dude.
So is Fengari a big white woman?
Well, Oren, I don't think you could just call her a white woman.
Silver.
But oh yeah, probably.
Okay.
I always thought that maybe she's just kind of like very shapely, and we're just seeing her butt every night.
Like metaphorically, or do you mean literally?
Oh, literally. I think she's up there in the Nyx, just
caked up,
just mooning us.
Well, I guess, Kyra, get your constellation story ready. So I guess we're gonna head to Helios.
Unless anybody's got, we need to have a solid plan. If we don't need to know all the details, but we need to have a solid plan going in. If we do want to go to Hexia, we need to have a proper motivation for going there, and not just
our goal of going to Hexia is to get Pythor and Hexia together, or at least reconcile their differences. And in order to do that, we need to figure out what those differences are.
one of them's a dragon, the other's a god. You chalk those up.
It seems like Pythor had to do something that Hexia didn't like, and it required them to breaking up. I mean, if we know it has to do something with the Pact of the Peace, I mean maybe that's enough. I don't know how understanding understanding Hexia would be. It doesn't sound like she might be with her with how she's been treating all of his past wives, but maybe she'd be able to understand that, hey, Pythor made an oath that required him to do something that he couldn't do, but he still loves her. And once that oath is done, maybe they can get back together.
Powers to see all that wisdom. You don't need to know all the details. You got this.
And I think depends on how reasonable Hexia is.
When you say that, Kyra says, then maybe you don't got this then. But you have a whole week to figure it out. Yeah. That's where we'll end the session. So, all right. All of the world is ready for you guys. Wherever you want to go, you may go there, including the underworld. So you have a lot of places you can go and a lot of things you could do. You have left chapter 5 and enter chapter 6. So there is a timer at play. So as the clock continues to tick by, as the weeks, well, there are no weeks in this campaign, but as the days pass and the months pass, you will start to feel that there is less and less time. So sort of like the end of Mass Effect 2, where like you get the sense that you could only hit up a couple of planets before they like force you to the ending.
Oh,
like
spoilers.
Yeah. You're kind of getting that. You're gonna start getting that vibe after a while. But right now, everything seems like it's building towards something, but you do start to feel that the end of the Pact of Peace is imminent.
We also still have the fates to do if we want to go back there.
Yeah, that's true.
We have 25 Centaur to help us.
25 Nerdy Centaur.
Action economy. Just march all 25 in there.
Let them loose. What's the worst that could happen?
So
The fates are like gods.
Oh yeah, the fates are definitely like gods. Real quick announcements. Tomorrow night is book club. I guess hosted by Darby and Leah. So, I think one of us is going to stream it. I low key took part because I didn't want to get roped into any sort of administrative tasks or have any commitment to actually do it. But I did listen to the book and I'm going to participate. So that's going on tomorrow night. Tuesday night, Cyberpunk Red and Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. Wednesday night, we're going to be playing some more modded Dragon's Dogma. The way the game was truly meant to be played. I contacted Capcom directly, and they told me that if they could do it all over again, they would have had a naked blue midget, Samus screw attacking everything like I'm doing. They said that I'm actually doing it exactly how they wish they could have done it.
Intended.
They're delaying Dragon's Dogma 2 to include all of the bullshit mods that I installed, so that they're going to be a standard feature of Dragon's Dogma 2.
They wanted to do a Sega collab.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. I might have some regrets about getting a mod pack that had full nudity in it, but it's not the focus of the game, so we haven't gotten taken down on Twitch yet, so I think we're doing fine. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. If you've been following Curse of Strahd Nightfall, they're in a moral quandary, for sure. If you're a fan of moral quandary.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, they're in a pretty big moral quandary right now. It's almost like the whole campaign is designed to put them into increasingly stressful situations that test their humanity, their morality, and their resolve. So yeah, that's kind of where they're at right now. Friday, we're doing a podcast about metagaming. And then Saturday morning, Red Handed Doom, 3 sessions left. Pretty exciting stuff. Sunday morning, Curse of Strahd Daybreak. They're in a moral quandary as well. And there's been a lot of dying. We're running out of room on the dashboard for all the dead epitaphs or whatever. And then Sunday night we'll be back here. So does anybody have any announcements before we adjourn?
Nope.
I will be missing the next 2 weeks because of the trip.
The next 2 weeks? Oh my gosh.
We were just about to go to Praxis too.
I know, right?
You truly are our Ashley Johnson. So, all right. Well,
tell everybody on the film we said hi.
Yeah. Yes.
Goddamn. All right. Well, that's fine because we've got our own Travis Willingham. That's right, David. You get to be Ashley Johnson's character for the next 2 weeks, or I can play him. It's fine. All right. Any other announcements? Hopefully, happier announcements than that. No. All right. We're all good.
Yep.
All right. I hope everybody has a good night and a good week, and I also hope that I can get a hold of my dentist tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
All right. Thank you. Thanks everybody for watching too.